Okay, Chad, is you up here?
Yeah. Can you
All
hear me?
right. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm waiting on Skims and then we can get started. So we about to get started in 1 second. I'm just waiting on my other co-host and then we ready. Shit, that gave me a fucking headache. I don't even want to do the show now. Everybody, please bear with us. We're going to get started as soon as we get the other co-host up here. I'm still trying to make something happen real quick. Okay, let me see. All right, there we go. Bam. All right, cool. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Oh yeah, we good.
All right, welcome to Wrestling with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. If you are an American Negro and you are not subscribed to Wrestling with Racism, check out the other content. And if it hits you to the core, subscribe and share with every single American Negro that you know, whether they are wrestling fans or not. You may also find Wrestling with Racism on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Fanbase, Spotify, Rumble, and at Nine Crackers at Al on Twitter X, where you can find more white truths. I'm joined by my co-host, Foundational Bearded American. What's up?
What's good, family? How you doing, HBK?
I'm doing well. Hope all is doing well out there as well. We're
Yeah,
also
I'm doing
joined
well.
by Mr. Skims. I'm sorry, what you say?
No, go ahead. The mic went out. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I'm also joined by my co-host, Mr. Skims. What's going on?
What's up with it?
Not much. I can't call it. Deportation 2025 is not available this evening. He is still on his holiday vacation, believe it or not. But he will return next week at the Royal Rumble. And owner of a stolen gun is not available either, as he is having a great weekend. We are here getting ready to view WWE Saturday Night Main Event. With all the commotion that just happened over the past 17 minutes, I haven't even turned on the show. And I still have a couple of other things to do. But have you guys checked out the program yet?
Yeah, I got it on right now.
Okay, what's going on?
It's Cody versus Jacob Fatu. Drew McIntyre just interfered. They've been fighting all over the arena.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Been
is
an
just
all-out
turning
melee.
to a little brawl. We're gonna talk about them in just a few minutes. Just give a quick rundown of what this format match card looking like.
Ooh,
See how many Negroes wrestling on the program.
shoot, all I see is Trick Williams. You see anybody else, Mr. Kim?
How about you just run down the entire card real quick? That'll be cool.
Okay. Well, they kicking off tonight with the Jacob Fatu and uh,
Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes, and they also have does they having the women's match this tonight or something?
I am not. I don't think so. They could be. I'm trying to get the card up
Can
right now.
somebody pull the card up real quick? It could
I
be
got
real simple. You know what I'm saying? We apologize about this, but we really about to get into it in just a quick second. We really having a late
I,
start.
I got the card.
All right, cool. Run it.
Cody versus Jacob. Rio versus Liv and Roxanne Perez.
it. Okay.
Fatal four way between Orton, Trick, Priest, and Sami Zayn. And then AJ Styles versus Shinsuke.
Okay, cool. So that's the card for the night, and it seemed like a pretty decent card. The only problem is there is only one non-mixed American Negro wrestling on the entire program, right?
Yep.
Correct.
However, he's in the main event. So should we, as what white folk call niggers, shut the fuck up and be satisfied?
Nope.
Absolutely.
See, we're getting ready to move into season 3 of Wrestling with Racism. First of all, I do want to thank each and every single American Negro for tuning into the latest editions of Wrestling with Racism. They are available in the playlist on YouTube right now. and Rumble and fan base, featuring Peckerton Ron. This is Peckerton Ron's final appearance on Wrestling with Racism. We can't do it no more. The harassment, the deflection of the questions, and most importantly, the anti-blackness. But if you want to see mental illness and coonery on full display, be sure to tune into those editions. The edition before then is giving it to Tony Khan. We are holding Tony Khan responsible for his racism toward American Negroes. And we are going to get on Tony Khan's ass today as he let a gem go.
Mm.
Let him walk right on out the door. Chad, what's up?
What's good, brother?
How's this match going for you so far?
Um, it's gone. Well, first of all, yeah, but it was exciting. It really
I
wasn't a match.
apologize. I apologize because I was leading somewhere. Next week is our official return on the full format, on a full weekly or bi weekly basis as we begin season 3 with the Royal Rumble. This is a precursor of what's to come. In season 3, we are wrestling with racism on shaky ground, but season 3 is also going to be the year of the ungrateful. We have Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Obafemi, and Lash Legend that came up to the main roster over the last month or so, right? Obafemi
Mhm.
haven't made it, but we know he's on his way, and we believe that they are going to make him a big deal. However, we find that to be unsatisfactory, and this season is going to exploit exactly why that is the case. Because with Trick Williams and Lash Legend and Javon Nevis, and I'm talking about the American Negroes specifically, so I'm not even counting Obafemi, okay? We're
Right.
talking about 3 people. That could be at the expense of the Street Profits and Bianca Belair. They may not be in the WWE here within the next month or so. So we're going to talk about that in detail. But we just letting you know that the theme of season 3 is going to be the year of the ungrateful. I apologize, Chad. How's this match going for you right now?
Well, it's I mean, it's over, first of all, but it was a very good way to kick off Saturday night main event because, the last couple of weeks it really wasn't exciting. But they really did good kicking it off. I think they ended up throwing an official off of the damn barricade. Drew came out there and interfered, which I saw that was going to happen. He was there
Mhm.
and he wasn't on the card, so I knew he was going to make an appearance. But to kick off Saturday night's main event like this, it's decent. It's okay.
Good for it to go for a nice big brawl, right?
Correct.
Skims, you feel the same way or a little different or what's up?
That match was boring as hell.
Yeah.
I was so damn bored. I get what they was trying to do though with the whole we going backstage, we fighting in the where you buy the food at and shit and the tables and the
Hmm.
Drew McIntyre. I don't even know why they made the match if they was gonna have Drew interfere. Like why even give Jacob that match when you could have just made it yet another Cody versus Drew match.
Well,
Right.
from what I'm hearing, they talking about making that at WrestleMania. Like, who the fuck?
Oh, right.
The point of Drew McIntyre winning the WWE Championship was so that these two wouldn't have to work to wrestle each other again, right?
You would
That was
think.
my understanding, right?
Yeah, you would
Right.
think that's where their head would go.
Okay. Well, Triple H and the white powers that be in the WWE just isn't that creative, and we are definitely going to talk about their creative coming up here soon. Real quick, Jacob Fatu, he been coming out here acting all black and from the hood and all this other different shit. How white folk perceive black people to be. Will they ever call Jacob Fatu a nigger?
No,
No.
no,
Would they ever kill him for standing up for himself and his Samoan people?
nope. It would have
Uh,
been happened 2 generations ago.
I understand why they marry black women. I mean, black women are spectacular. Black American women are some of the greatest women on this earth, and contrary to the whites, right?
Correct.
But If they were to marry their own kind, they wife would look like The Rock's mother by 40. You think they
Yeah,
want to live a lifetime with that type of shit?
I think you just answered the why they date black women.
Man,
I mean,
Yeah,
that's specifically why, right?
that's like
they
hitting the
got,
fountain of youth right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And the Rock mama, I don't blame Rocky Johnson for getting the fuck on. She been looking like my grandma. She been looking like my great grandma since she was like 35.
yeah,
And it's a big misconception because she was fat as hell for a long ass time. That was a big bitch.
yeah. That's that old joke that the men and the women look the same in Samoa.
Yeah. So we understand why they date or marry our women, but why is it that they try to portray uh Negroes intentionally? I mean, shouldn't they stick with their rich culture? I mean, they got such a culture that a lot of people don't copy. Don't you think that they should stick to roasting pigs and wearing hula skirts and shit with the hard
Yeah,
heads?
yeah, but they learned a long time ago that's not going to get them over.
Huh?
Yeah, they
Really?
they learned that.
Well, why is it that being black for black people is not getting black people over in creative?
It can be the hatred, it can be the fear, it could be a combination of all. See, black folks around the globe dominate all sports. It's not even close. And all white people got left is hockey and the WWE, which is a fake scripted sport.
Fake, fake and scripted.
I
And
would say they
American
got him
Negro,
UFC, but
go ahead.
I was gonna say I would give him USC, but the
Mhm.
Brazilians got that shit.
Yep.
And American Negro, and there's not many white Americans in UFC that had grave success, right? We're gonna get it out the way. White folk can be tough than a motherfucker, but whatever is remaining here in America is weak as white dog shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we move on real quick and get the raw report, what is going on right now? I'm still handling some shit, so I haven't even turned it on yet. I really only care. I don't care. I'm really waiting on the main event, so I don't really care to see this shit.
Got the women's
Yeah.
tag match.
Hmm.
You got the women's tag match now. The women's tag match is on right now. Nia Jax and Lash Legend have been looking really, really good over the last few months. I mean, really good. I've always been impressed with Nia Jackson. I've always been impressed with the development of Lash Legend. I mean, she is super spectacular, it seems like now, right?
Absolutely.
Of
The
course.
contrast between that match you brought up a couple of weeks ago and now is two different people, damn near. I mean,
Yeah.
she's fluent, she's effective, she's very, very, very present in that ring. You can't help but look at her.
Yeah, that's a
Like
start.
Trick Williams, she's
Uncle
becoming
Thamos, what's up?
undeniable.
Welcome to Wrestling with Racism. My bad, go ahead.
No, I'll say like Trick Williams, she's becoming undeniable.
Really, because American Negroes tend to be undeniable. It's creative, and like I said, we're going to talk about creative later on. But you got to look at stuff like the Naomi skit and with Bianca going into it with Jade and all that stuff. You got to know that American Negroes are putting their input into those type of things because these are things that white folk can't write or direct for us. And when you see white folk writing and directing things for us, they kind of come out lame, such as Carmelo Hayes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, white folk told me that the WWE isn't a racist organization because they put the WWE United States title on Carmelo Hayes at the ass end of 2025. Yet, he's still not wrestling on the PLE tonight, is he?
No, he is not.
If I ask if it isn't racism, if I ask Pecker Tom Ryan, if it isn't racism, then why is that the case? Chad, what would he say?
He would say something. He would pivot. He would change the subject. He'll
You
attack
mean
you personally.
yes? Oh God.
He'll cut me off. He'll just spaz over it. It's similar to what we had a discussion earlier today. You ask somebody say something negative about white people, they're just gonna come out and just say, "No, I'm not gonna do that." That's gonna be the new norm going forward because they've run out of shenanigans. We're not these people that's just gonna keep asking questions over and over again. We're gonna know that where you stand at just by your energy.
Well, you
And
know firsthand that I don't talk to white folk anyway, right?
that's correct.
About these issues. I say hello. You know, I may have a piece of cheese with them or something, but I'm not about to sit up here and conversate about this type of stuff because there's really nothing that you could tell me, right?
Yeah, and on top of that, white folks tend to be very disingenuous when we want to talk about their history.
Very disingenuous.
So it's pointless to talk to these people.
It really is, you know, and that's why I say wrestling with racism is not for white folk at all. And as a matter of fact, as I see more viewers coming in, if you are white, thank you for tuning in, but please leave. This program is not for you people. You know, one thing that I realized throughout that, it was something I always knew, but it just hit home with that conversation with Pecker Tom Ryan when I asked the questions that I asked is wrestling with racism is undisputable in everything. Racism is the number one issue in professional wrestling. And if you go through each edition, especially over the last year, as to where we were documenting these things in real time, week after week after week, you have to know that wrestling with racism is not for games and we are not for being phony. We're not sitting up here taking time out of our lives to exploit this issue for no reason. It is an issue. This is a fake scripted sport. And if you look at any other integrated sport around the world, American Negroes or black people overall tend to dominate, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody take over real quick while I get on her up here.
All right.
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna go back.
Skip,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead,
Yeah.
Kev.
Oh, you
Go
go.
ahead. Now I
What
was
you
going
got?
to ask you a question. That Jacob fought in the Jacob Fatu brawl. Why do you think
Mhm.
that they couldn't even get the match started? Was it just using that as a filler, or is it time restrictions?
I think using that as a filler, and
Okay,
I know with some wrestlers, I don't know if Cody's like this, but I know like Brock. Brock would be like either you put me first or you put me last. You know,
I've
because
noticed that.
either I go ahead get my match, get that shit out the way, or I can show up late or show up whenever I want, do my match, and still go home and get that shit out the way.
Right, I've noticed that. So that, yeah, I concur on that. Did you notice that when they grabbed Cody by the hair, he turned into Guile?
Man, it's
Hell
crazy
yeah.
that this show
Yeah,
is
I was like,
called
wait a minute.
Wrestling with Racism and y'all motherfuckers up here marking out like a motherfucker.
We
Okay,
must talk about
let me get back real quick. I'm finished doing what I was doing. You know, Lash Legend and Nia Jax have been performing really well over the last couple of months, and yet they still have not won the WWE Tag Team Championship. Who are the WWE Tag Team Champions right now, by the way?
Io
I don't
Sky and Rhea Ripley.
You would think that that match would be a fucking banger for the night, but they choose to go the Hispanic route, right?
yep.
Yeah, Hispanic and white girl. So,
Yeah. I want one of y'all to pull up the people because I want to show y'all something real quick because white folk are actually doing themselves in, you stinking ass mother. Somebody pull up the participants in the Royal Rumble real quick. I want to show y'all how bad the whites done themselves in.
Of last year.
No, this year. There are a few people that are participating in this year Royal Rumble. Just pull up the 2025, 2026 participants of the
I got
Royal
you.
Rumble.
All right.
I'm
Cody
gonna show
Rhodes.
y'all something real quick to show how bad white folk did themselves in because they actually pointed this out to me in December of 2024 at a WWE Saturday Night Main Event. It's been interesting.
uh, I'm looking at it right now. I don't see nobody black
Gotta
up
pull
there.
it up. Not
No,
one.
I just
Oh
need you
wait,
to
nope,
name the name. It's a,
nope.
don't listen. Don't
You
listen.
ready?
Just name them all out, please.
All right.
I
All
want
right,
to show
Cody
y'all
Rhodes.
something.
Cody
Go
Rhodes,
ahead, Skin.
Cody Rhodes is white and Cuban.
Gunther.
Gunther is what? He from UK, right?
He from Georgia, the
He's
country.
I'm sorry,
Austrian.
Austria.
Austria. He
Austria.
from Okay. All right, cool. What's next?
Jay Uso,
Jay Uso is a Samoan.
Rey Mysterio,
Rey Mysterio is a Mexican.
Dragon Lee,
Dragon Lee is a Mexican.
Penta,
Penta is a Mexican.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is a fucking Italian Samoan, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. What's next?
Solo Sokoa
So that's another motherfucking Samoan
and Jacob just got announced tonight.
and another Samoan. There are no American whites.
Nope.
Don't y'all think that y'all should be wrestling with racism? Because just like you fucked this country up by bringing in all these filthy ass immigrants, including these filthy ass white immigrants like Gunther, y'all did yourselves in. Now y'all here crying.
I just got the women's list.
I also want to note something else because you know that the rest is going to fill up with whites very
Mm-hmm.
soon. So it's not that bad. It's not as bad as white folk want to make it seem. But there are more active Hispanic, Asians, and Samoans in the WWE than there are American Negroes. American Negroes who actually built this country. We fought, bled, and died to maintain this country, and we were on this land much longer than most of these whites, right?
Correct.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into it because it's a big misconception. Pro wrestling didn't become a white man sport until the ass end of the 70s. But we're going to get into that in a second.
Mm-hmm.
White folk know when to delineate. They just play games.
Yep.
All right. Who's in the women's?
All right. So we got Rhea
Oh,
Ripley.
real quick, by the way, I just want to say that it's not an even exchange because how many American Negroes are wrestling down in Japan and the UK and Mexico right now, Puerto
Yeah.
Rico.
Nah.
You
Like
want me
I
to
don't
read
see
that?
it.
It's not an even exchange at all. So we see where Triple H values are, and there's not with Negroes. My bad. Who's in the women's?
All right. So we got Rhea Ripley.
Hmm. It's white.
Io. Yep. Io Sky.
She's a Jap. This Triple H side piece, ain't it?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I want to let everybody know, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was some little small reports out there that Stephanie and Triple H ain't necessarily together. I mean, on paper, but they not sleeping in the same damn
Man,
bed.
Stephanie is patiently waiting. Everybody else is gone except Triple H.
I'm patiently waiting, and I'm running out of fucking patience. This nigga gotta die today. Triple H got to go today. That hurt is not. It shouldn't even be able to stand up like that right now. He overworking himself. Just go ahead on and go.
You can go off in the pasture,
His
bro.
daughters is tired of being humped on every goddamn. It's time for him to go. All right. It's time for him. That one bitch, she couldn't wait to get out the goddamn house. I tell you,
Hmm.
she got titties now. You know what I'm saying? That
Man, when I
wasn't
saw them on the beach, I was like, oh, fuck.
let yourself go.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody
man.
showed me one of them. Somebody showed me one of them. The little Spice Girls and shit. What the fuck they call them bitches? The Nitro Girls. And then it was a little Mexican and shit. I forget her name, but she was a little baddie back in the day. They put her in the Filthy Animals with Rey Mysterio and Conan and shit. And this bitch is like 300 pounds now. She looked like my auntie Sookie. Just big. Like she went further than the Mexican would go. She ain't even
Speaking
got
of
that
Mexicans,
bricked up back or nothing. She just fat. Huge. Like, oh my God. And the people in there, and it was a black group too, and the people in there was, she's still fucking hot. Oh my God. Like, oh God.
you know, HBU, the first person that I don't know. I credit you as the person that coined built like a Mexican because you usually just say boxers. We just call them.
You know,
We
they've
just
been
call them
built like
boxers.
that for so long. They created its own identity.
Yeah, it just oh, she a box, bro. We ain't gonna mess with her. Or we'll call them thick ass boxes, meaning that you still got a box, but if you turn a certain way, we might be able to do something with you. So
Oh no,
you
she's huge. She looked like a big ass ice cream.
either
He said
Just a big ass pile of ice cream. Just my little
oh,
favorite ice cream shop down the street. They be piling that motherfucker on, and she just looked like that. She don't look like the cone part, cause she got big girl legs too. So she filled out all the way. But that's a big bitch.
facts.
All right, who
Uh,
else in this women's thing, real quick?
speaking of Mexicans, Roxanne Perez.
Mm,
Speaking of boxes, Raquel Rodriguez.
mm. This
Wow,
man,
and here's
that's
the
like with the
contrast.
men. That's like ten Hispanics, ain't it?
Nah, they playing, bro. They playing with this one. You ready for the next one?
No,
Bailey.
I'm ready to get this show over with. That's my
How
bad. Go
you
ahead.
go from a box to Bailey? Now we
Oh
all know how
God!
Bailey
Now
feels.
she built like a fucking Mexican boy. She done turned. Look,
That's a thick ass box.
her shoulders up by her ears now.
she's starting to
Yeah,
get in the Porta era.
Wondering why she ain't doing shit. Bitch, you look like
James, you crazy as fuck for that.
she looked like Rocky Dennis with a straighter face.
God damn, bro.
Man, Rocky Dennis is crazy.
If his face was normal,
That's
Family,
crazy.
y'all may not know this, but the beard man is currently recovering from a track infection. So my parts of my body is sore. And every time these two funny motherfuckers make me laugh, I'm a little bit in pain.
I
Ah,
apologize.
shit.
I've been so goddamn busy over the last couple hours. I've been checking to see how you was doing, man. How you doing?
I'm good, I went to the hospital. They gave me some drugs, and they working. So, I had a black doctor too. I was
Uh,
shocked.
oh shit!
I had a
You
black
should you
doctor
should
and a
have
black
tipped her.
nurse. What I should have, but
Yeah, slip
I
on the
wanted to
bill and
tip the
tell them to
nurse. The
teach you
black
next
nurse
man.
was looking right. Oh man,
All right. Who else on the program on the rumble?
Glad you're all right though, Chad.
appreciate that. Lyra Valkyrie.
Oh my gosh, she's still with the WWE.
Right? Oh
Yes,
Lord,
That's a
I don't
quiet
even want to
bitch.
say this next one. Y'all get ready for this shit because I know my brother is going to be diabolical when I say this name. Jordan Grace.
ooh,
Oh, I've been got over that racist bitch. I thought
Why
she
she
was wrestling Jade. What's up with that?
Jade just like low key, not even paying attention to her ass.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Facts, man. Jade came out there with her little red outfit on and her lace front and was like, "Man, please." She really does not see any of these bitches, and I like that. I could
Jay.
pop my collar to that.
A lot of people racially attacking Jade Cargill right now. She Jamaican, all Jamaican and stuff, and a lot of people really racially attacking her as if it's her fault that she not defending the WWE Women's Championship. However, we just found out that Tiffany Stratton is coming off of some type of injury, aka she just got her chin tucked or some shit like that. So and that's possibly why she was out. Do you believe that they actually wanted to give Jade Cargill the women's championship?
No,
No, I don't think it was genuine at all.
I don't think so. Especially she's shooting that movie, so I really don't think they wanted to give it to her, and she be part time.
Well, they could work around that always, but the key is this though. She did her job. She got it was the big three just a year and a half ago, and now it's down to the only one Jamaican, and she did her job. And since it happened quicker than they thought, she didn't even have to be rewarded with the women's championship, right?
Right.
But you better believe that once she loses this championship, she's never getting it again.
Yeah, sounds like Swerve Strickland.
I don't know if she
Yeah,
wants that bitch again. And don't you got one foot out the door already?
I
I don't know.
mean, she's well off financially, but at the end of the day, she does. I guess you craves that spotlight. She's well off. She's married to a retired baseball player. She's
I
good.
know. one of the greatest baseball players of
Yes.
recent. Too.
Yeah, and she has her own like little businesses and leagues that they run together. So she doesn't necessarily have to be there, and I think that's probably why some white folks don't like her.
I'll tell you from what I've
Let
seen.
me just say this real quick because we got the start of the program right here. Uh, Owner of a Stolen Gun, what's up? Welcome to
He
Wrestling
started
with
with
Racism.
NIL.
I mean, he coming in fucking 30 minutes late. He the star. He could do that shit.
That's that Brock Lesnar shit right there.
Yeah. Just come on this program and do whatever the fuck you want to, because you got it, boss.
Hey, we did just talk about Brock Lesnar.
Segue.
Owner, you ready?
Uh-oh.
Is he talking?
If he is, I can't hear him.
All right, owner, when you ready, come on up. We already gave you your introduction and shit. Now don't sit up here and be that star for real, because I'm gonna have to pull your card.
Tell him to check the mic settings.
All right, he'll
Set
get it together. My bad, Scams. You said who did what now?
I was gonna say these white folks, these little neck beards and quote unquote wrestling purists, they don't like when people come in with the sole intention of I'm using wrestling as a springboard to get into Hollywood. And they see that with Jade, and Jade is one of the people that
Well, wait a minute. Wait. This is what they asking for. The WWE, this is what they asking for. They
it
going out
is.
looking for NILs and shit. They
This is what
going out there looking for unpassionate. They going out looking for people that have to find a passion.
but that's because of The Rock and cousin Nick Khan. They're the ones that spearheaded that
No,
NIL
this
movement.
nope. This was during Vince McMahon time. I
In
Mm-hmm.
remember this specifically.
2021, when Nick Khan took over 2.0, he was spearheading the NIL and WWID, is what I read.
Okay, so yeah, I mean Nick was there in the beginning around that time, but I just want to let it be known it was they've been doing this shit, talking about this shit well before Vince McMahon left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like it's one of those, wrestling fans say they want something till they get it.
Owner, is you good?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
All
We hear
right,
you.
we ain't got time
We
to
hear
go
you.
test. It's time for you to be the star that you are. Welcome to Wrestling with Racism.
The
Please
cop killer.
excuse my tardiness. I was held up dealing with
You
these
all good.
devils.
I mean, you all good. we ain't got to watch this shit to the main event.
For
We
real.
only here for one person because WWE want to be a racist organization. I do want to ask you why you up here, because Trick Williams is in the main event, and more than likely he's not gonna win. They may try to surprise us or some shit. I don't know. But are you satisfied that there is only one American Negro on the program because he's in the main event?
This is kind of a slap in the face. Another little dig. Triple H sees the outcry. He hears the concerns, and he's just gonna say fuck you. Here's scraps. No real tangibles. That match last night was horrible. It had no business going on that main event. Why even have it if it's going to end in the DQ and then get tripped over and he's probably going to lose tonight? I mean,
I want to get specific on the situation when we get to SmackDown, because it seemed like they are moving fast with Trick Williams, but eventually he's going to have to hit a slowdown period unless they feel like going full force. And if they don't feel like going full force, then I definitely have a problem with how he's being booked right now. But we're gonna talk about that when we get to SmackDown. That's why it's important to be on time.
we on Raw.
Right now, actually, we are about to get started to get on
So
Raw. Before we
was
do
that
that, before we get on Raw, what's going on right now?
We got vignettes right now. The
Yeah.
tag match just wrapped up.
So
So
I'm
they just
assuming that
was that
little Jap and the what's her name off the Simpsons, the babysitter bandit.
oh,
I ain't watching Simpsons. I wouldn't know.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, the babysitter bandit off the first season and she just won. So Rhea Ripley and no one, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
After interference from Vacker and Raquel.
With that being noted, Chad, can I get an American Negro update on WWE Monday Night Raw?
You sure can, sir. Uh, there is no update.
Okay, so owner, can I get a the American Negro update on WWE Raw, please?
Uh, I believe Javon Evans had a health scare against Americano Grande.
All right. Without mentioning too much about Javon, I do want to let people know that right now he's under investigation.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all I'm gonna say for right now.
well, uh, let me take
Don't
that
don't
back.
don't
Actually,
don't
I
don't
don't really
don't
have.
don't say nothing right now. Just wait till next week. But
Yeah,
he's under investigation right now, and we're going to have the results for everyone next week. But we may be going into an unfortunate situation when it comes down to Javon Evans.
besides him, I don't really think there were any American Negroes featured. Raw.
Yes. So let's get on this injury right quick because it's very important. Because, like I said, people believe that the shift is changing because you see three American Negroes and then you got Obafemi, the Nigerian, up to the main roster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is possibly at the expense of the Street Profits and Bianca Belair exit from the WWE here within the next couple of weeks, right?
Yep. Possible. Big possibility right now.
Yes. So this is why we're never satisfied. And this is why I wasn't satisfied with the big three. Case in point, we had to look at these three women as the representation to where we should be satisfied. We got three black women that's on top doing whatever. You got one over here that's tag team champions. You got another one over here that's getting women's championship matches and, in losing efforts, right? Naomi in losing efforts, right? So
Yep.
now we have none. Jade Cargill is the only Jamaican. She's not doing nothing as women's champion. Noteworthy. Bianca Belair is gone and probably on her way out the door. And Naomi is pregnant. So now what representation do we have? Did we have for women before Last Legend got there? And of course, she's still the only one. We should never be satisfied because why can't we have 10 American Negro women successful at one time on a separate basis and 10, at least 10 American Negro men successful at one time on a separate basis? Negroes is not even available to replace one another. When whites get injured, they have whites ready and prepared for them to be replaced. Same thing with Mexicans. We just noted there are more active Hispanic people on the WWE roster in this Royal Rumble alone. And that's not even all the Mexicans, right? We just counted out at least 10, right?
Yeah. I don't think we're done yet.
Yeah.
There are more active Samoans. But American Negroes, the most intriguing, the most entertaining, the most talented, the most athletic group of people in the world, we just have to settle for one to three. And
Mm.
then when they get hurt, we got to settle for none for a while, right?
Correct.
So the reports have been that wrestling with racism seem to be working as to where Triple H is being forced to integrate American Negroes onto their program. However, we got to start from the bottom all over again. So now we're looking at another 5 year process because they had to go out and get the reports is they had to go out and get bodybuilders specifically, right?
Yeah.
Negro bodybuilders specifically to train to become a professional wrestler, right?
That's
I also
crazy.
heard reports yesterday that three people within the camp got concussions already. I don't know who these people are, but we just pray they not Negroes. But we still looking at a process because, and owner, I need you to pull up the NXT roster, please. the current NXT roster because I want to show y'all something. But Javon Evans, imagine if Javon Evans' injury is serious or was serious, or he get injured sometime soon. We back to Raw being 100% completely dry. No American Negro representation. And this is why it's important to hold on to Bianca Belair. And this is why it's important to hold on to the Street Profits. But they willing to let Bianca Belair go because we're going to be satisfied and content with Last Legend. Y'all see how that work?
Yep.
And we're going to get over to Tony Khan too, because it appears that the same thing is going on with this Arab, right? Well, he look Arab, whatever he is. This Asian, right?
Yep.
Tony Khan is a weird motherfucker, by the way. That is,
He's
you can't fake that shit.
weird.
He is being authentically him.
Yeah.
Chad, I don't trust you with the NXT results.
Yeah.
I mean, you went, and this is not the first time you have done that. I could tell you that. We're gonna have a talk, buddy. Skims.
Yo,
First of all, before we get to that, what's going on right now?
AJ Styles making his entrance. He got one of his masks that he used to wear in Japan.
Oh, okay, nostalgia and shit.
Mhm.
Let's talk about AJ Styles real quick before we get on to it, because apparently this is his last year on Earth, right?
Might be his last month.
My bad, I got my notes mixed up. I meant to talk about Jim Ross. AJ Styles, this is his last little hoorah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do y'all believe that Gunther is gonna take him out?
I think so. I think the story is going to be that Gunther is the new legend killer. So he takes AJ out and then faces Brock at WrestleMania. That's probably what they got cooking.
Mm. Is that a match that y'all want to see? I've been asking, who do y'all rather see Gunther wrestle at WrestleMania? Is Brock Lesnar a person of interest?
Not for me. But I think Gunther and AJ could be a damn good match.
At the Rumble, right? Or you mean for WrestleMania?
I was just speaking in general. In Mania, I don't know who Gunther could face.
Well, the reason I'm asking this is because if AJ Styles lose, he gotta go, right?
Yeah. That's the
And
stipulation.
why would he, if this is his last year, why would he miss out on WrestleMania money?
Got a theory, but
I mean, it
I'm
would
not
seem
ready.
fitting that WrestleMania should be his last match, right?
True, but I kind of think he's gonna lose the Gunther and go to TNA and close out his career with them. I just have that feeling because he threw a lot of things out there at the premiere.
Yeah, he did. I don't know much about TNA, but because just after Trick Williams left, they just went down the shitter. But Mike Santana is not that guy to me. Like, it's seriously, it's getting to that point. Like, what the fuck? Why are they going so hard behind this guy?
I don't know. Let me confirm this. Mike Santana, he came up with LAX, right?
No, Mike Santana is just a regular old Puerto Rican. I don't even think he was born when LAX was out.
Nah,
Okay.
he just a regular New Yorker.
Okay. Yeah, I don't get it with him. I just don't
Yeah.
get it.
And like I said, I love Frankie Kazarian to death, but they did it
Oh,
backwards.
no, he
Frankie,
was LAX. You're right.
He did?
In
excuse me,
2017. Yeah.
Oh,
huh?
Yeah, under Conan, when it was with Conan and
yeah. Okay. I
Wait,
know I was
were they
No,
like
wait a
with
minute. Whoa,
with
hold the fuck
homicide?
up. No, hold on. Well, how long this motherfucker been
They,
on? Because I just started hearing about him last year.
he been wrestling since 07. But he was on TNA in 2017.
Oh, he was no. Okay, I thought you meant like LAX back in the day. I only know one LAX. I don't know
He
no
was
others.
he was in that LAX with Homicide and Diamante
Back in the day.
in 2017. Not the
they
OG.
Bro,
came back and did
let
it.
me tell you something.
I missed
I
that.
stopped watching TNA after like 2011. I'm
Me
talking
too.
about the original LAX.
No, he wasn't in the OG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
what I was
wasn't
talking
around
about.
Super
Yeah,
Max and
that's
them. And, nah.
But he
okay. So
was in LAX though at some point though.
I mean,
That's probably
okay,
what y'all
that's
was
fine. It's
remembering.
just as long as he wasn't with the original.
Nah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
But it looked like Homicide vouched for him. That's probably how he got his
I don't
buzz.
care what he did. I don't give a fuck about homicide no more. That nigga word don't mean shit to me no more. He was the shit back in the day, but sayonara, motherfucker. Where's Mike Sanders at? That's my guy.
Oh,
That's a
oh
good
man,
question. Where's that nigga at?
that's a good question.
I think he died.
Oh man,
Uh, go to what's up. Uh, did Mike Sanders die?
I'm looking it up right now.
Please don't tell me Mike Sanders died, man. Mike Sanders and Eric Estrada. What the fuck? That's Flying Elvis. What's that motherfucking Sonny Siaki? Where is Sonny Siaki at? Now
Man, Mike
that's the
Sanders
Samoan
died.
everybody could
He
get behind.
he died in 2006.
What? Now Mike Sanders dead for real? Damn,
Nah,
I
I
was
think I'm
playing.
looking at the wrong person. Hold on.
I was just playing. I ain't want him to die. I just didn't want him to live. All right, so now what match you say was on right now? Going through them. Okay, so next week is it. It could possibly be it for him, and I just can't see Gunther losing. Considering this John Cena shit, it was the last Saturday night's main event that we seen John Cena, and it let me know even further that Triple H completely botched this thing. They didn't even have a send off for him, did they?
Nah.
It just seemed like they just got it out the way, and he's an actor. Don't John Cena seem like an afterthought to you?
Yeah.
He
Waiting for the
predict,
next season of Peacemaker.
he predicted it too. He told y'all gonna forget about me after I retire.
I
But
was
what's up?
watching this WWE Unreal shit last year, and it confirmed everything I knew as far as the writers being practically all white, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I was watching it this year, and they haven't made a single change. We got Ring Award, for
Yeah.
whatever that's worth, right?
Right.
But other than that, we have nothing. And I noticed that, once again, every American Negro in the WWE have a stereotype slapped on them. They're ghetto, they're thugs, they're slicksters. Trick Williams is a slickster. Um, Javon Evans, was a fucking geek coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
don't talk like that. He probably never even had no pussy till he got to WWE.
That I can believe.
So who's telling these people to act more black?
Mm.
Who's telling them this?
Hate to put this out there, but it could be Andre Ward.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
excuse me, not Andre Ward, Ryan Ward. It could be
Ryan
Ryan
Moore.
Ward.
You say the
Yeah.
boxer?
Is that the only reason why he on staff?
I mean, he's still there. Some people thought he was fired.
No, I said is that the only reason why he's still on staff?
No,
I
that's what
think
I'm saying. Yes, he's still there. So I'm agreeing with that sentiment. I think
I
that's
heard
probably the reason.
he's the one that's mainly in charge of the black storylines.
Okay, see, that's a problem. Because
Like
what black storylines?
the big three storyline, I heard that was all his pen work.
Okay. And even though that looked like a mutation of white approval, maybe he had way more things he wanted to do, and they took something out. Somebody tapped him,
Yeah,
got
there's
it,
no
got
way
into
he
him,
No,
and
that's got to be a
yeah.
tough environment that he working in. He got to hear
absolutely.
all types of shit. I heard Michael Hayes kind of mimic E.O. Scott the other day. So I mean on Unreal. Him and Triple H, they had a little chuckle, like, I guess she cussed or something and say, "Oh, you could cuss your Japanese. People gonna think it's cute or some shit like that."
And they do that shit all the time.
Hell yeah, they do. While
Yeah.
he go, I want to say what's up, Go 10 Huggins, and what's up, E Eric in battle. What's up, Eric? Eric Go 10 and Oba. Hope y'all enjoying the show.
What's up, y'all? Shout out to y'all. Oh
We got
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
We still got some. I still haven't finished the uh, the participants for on the girl side.
Yeah, we kind of been just bouncing around.
That's all good. But we do got Chelsea Green up in there for what that's worth. We
Man,
got
I ain't
Alexa
gonna
Bliss.
I ain't gonna say shit about white women after y'all tried to get me last time with that Tiffany Stratton shit. I don't know if you was here. Keep going
Now
though.
one here, but Charlotte Flair. And number 12, the one that we gonna be watching, Lash Legend.
Beautiful.
Yes. And Nia Jax and Julia. That's it for now.
You know I
We
was
got
on
only
mute.
one.
I didn't know I was on mute. I said a whole bunch of bullshit. First, Skims, you could talk, you could say whatever you want to, you could hype up whoever you want to, but if we feel like we need to give you some ramifications, we are. Oh, you know,
No,
stand on your shit. You want to say that Rhea Ripley, you want to fuck her? Say it.
I, I, I'm just fucking with y'all. Y'all know I fuck with the bunnies. You know what's understood need not be explained. I
Let me
I,
guess. You want to fuck Charlotte Flair?
I do Charlotte, not Rhea though.
Oh,
Charlotte, that's crazy. You want to fuck with fake instead of what's real. That's crazy.
Hey,
oh
fuck
man.
it.
I can't
That's
do Charlotte.
crazy. That's funny as hell. I mean, I wouldn't fuck Rhea Ripley, but I wouldn't fuck Charlotte either. You know, this bitch, she looked like Linda McMahon.
God
Why would you?
damn.
I don't see Linda McMahon in Charlotte. I never looked
You
at
should have
Charlotte
seen
as
her
trying
at the
to.
Royal Rumble last year. She came out looking just like Linda McMahon.
Come on, Skims. If she put on a little
You got to see Linda. You got to see the board of education. Linda McMahon. Her face tight as
it's tight as
fuck.
hell, bro.
Hey man, fuck it. I'll take one. I'll take that one for the team.
Should I hit Linda's skinny ass before I hit? Well, no, her pussy good as. Y'all just got to know. Anyway,
Good old satire.
y'all just y'all just got to know. Um, real quick, Charlotte, you know she 3 times divorced. She's very vulnerable. Do you think that Javon Evans may end up hitting that?
Mm.
She gonna be at the Royal Rumble. Like, come here.
It's possible.
If that happens, you're gonna get a hoochie mama version of goddamn Charlotte Flair, and that's gonna be
You know he
hilarious.
being underpaid. You know he being underpaid, so he gonna need to go and hit that real quick.
Oh man,
Every time I see him, he always with Bailey. You know, she needs some love too.
Now with that fucking brick on her shoulders. Owner, you there?
Yo,
All right, just making sure real quick. Um, Now you say Last Legend is in the Royal Rumble, right? She's the first American Negro out of out of both Royal Rumbles, right?
Yeah,
only one so far.
first and only so far.
Because they haven't announced Carmelo Hayes and they haven't announced what the fuck is her name? Trick Williams, of course, obviously, and they haven't named Xavier Woods. Do y'all believe, real quick, because Kofi Kingston, who was Ghanaian, is on his 18th year. He just had his 18th year anniversary in the WWE. He's one of the most statistically successful melanated wrestlers ever, right?
Yep.
That's correct.
Yeah. He's never been disrespectful. You know, I always rock with him. Do y'all believe? I congratulated him. And I said, do you believe that Triple H will allow this to be your greatest year? Owner. The New Day is in the best shape of their lives right now, both of them at this age. CM Punk, older than them by a couple of years, just broke down. He looked like shit. Did y'all see? that Finn Balor met up with his mama in Belfast this
Mhm.
week on Raw. Did y'all see? They look just alike. Do y'all see his abs
Oh God.
and her chin or her neck?
No,
Oh,
I
They
ain't see.
look just alike.
It's a damn shame.
That is crazy.
wow.
Owner, you there?
Yeah,
Okay, let's get started real quick on the New Day. This is Kofi Kingston, 18th year. They signed them to a 5-year contract or something, right? Recently, last year, right?
Yeah.
that's correct.
Do you believe that they're going to put some genuine effort behind the New Day this year, like we thought they were going to do last year?
Uh, I feel like they're gonna give Javon a push as Kofi. They're gonna
They already made that plane this week, didn't they?
yeah, they're gonna start calling Javon Kofi and just yeah, they're gonna give him a push. He's gonna be the new Kofi.
That's crazy that they don't call LA Knight CM Punk. They don't make them mistakes, do they?
They don't call LA Knight the Miz.
Oh, well, that is a circle of people that look alike. The
Yo,
Miz look
HBK,
older.
I'm looking at that picture. Her neck looks exactly like his abs.
That is fucking crazy. That's the first thing I seen was her neck. I was disgusted. And then I looked at his abs and I was even more disgusted. I'm like, she got a whole 6-pack on her neck, and he got like a 5-pack because that one up top is missing. It's like a square.
How old
I'm
is his mom?
saving this
Like
picture.
100? That bitch
White
like
folks
30.
is built so ugh. And then they be red and pink and white and y'all remember Kevin Owens underarm last year?
Oh
That
yeah,
armpit
Oh
during
oh
that
no.
fucking ladder match.
Yeah, bro, that shit looked nasty as hell. I thought he
That
had like
shit was
burnt.
yellow and blue and green and white and
Oh,
pink. He just disgusting. Kevin Owens is disgusting. And I really don't want to see him in the WWE no more.
I don't blame you.
Owner, for real though, like, what's going on with the New Day? Because they should be ready to be producers in the WWE, right?
Not in Triple H's right now.
No
That
commentators,
uh, Triple H doesn't see the appeal.
so they just gonna keep them around just to say that we have niggers, right?
I think that's what they're doing with our truth. I mean, they really didn't have any plans for him after they released him.
Yeah, go to I know the Caucasians. They smell like wet molded cheese,
Dog.
ass. White folks stink, and I swear I'm not even bullshit. At my job, oh my god, I have literally it's something in particular about that particular building. But I always run into a white person coming out the stall and going to the sink and rinsing their hands with water and no soap and going to the dryer. Like, what the fuck? Oh, white folk just trifling and nasty than a
I can't
motherfucker.
tell you the last time I went to a public bathroom and saw
Well,
white
I'm in
people
that bitch
use the
all day,
stall.
so huh?
Like I can't, bro. I saw it in Target the other day. Whole gang of white folks just went in, used the bathroom. One even took a shit. They did not even look at
I
it.
have witnessed personally white folk not wash their hands. But I'm talking about these people, this particular building. White folk come out the stall or come from pissing or whatever and wash their hands with water. They'll rub it and everything, but no soap. And we got tons of soap. No soap, and fucking just put it up under the dryer for 2 seconds and say, have a great day, and go on about their way. White folk trifling as hell, and they specifically trifling with their own children. Um, Let's run to our truth real quick. I'm starting to believe that whole situation last year was a work for WWE Unreal. What y'all think? Our truth is a coon.
That
Ah,
that
so
even being an Unreal confirmed to me that it was a work.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that seemed like a work. Especially for the fact that they brought him back, and especially for the fact that they brought him back in that ignorant nigger role. And it's crazy because I often say that a person that's our truth age, what is he, 53, 54?
I think like 55, if I'm not mistaken.
They would have took him off the road.
54. Okay.
They would have took him off the road 8 years ago if they had to make him a producer. I was highly upset that he got fired. And if y'all have not seen that edition of Wrestling with Racism, it is available on YouTube. The WWE fired our truth and will not allow him to retire. However, that title is, y'all could go tune into that. It was a very emotional edition. Um, this was a couple of weeks, or actually, it was my immediate reaction to his release. So he hasn't even came back yet, and this just it hit on so many different levels. But the key is, like, you brought him back to do nothing, right? And it's obvious that he got a great rapport from it's obvious that he got a great rapport with the WWE roster, young and old. Why couldn't they make our truth the producer? He got a great knowledge in this business. He been doing it for 25, 26, 7 years, right? 27 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be doing something right to be in the W on top that long. In top organizations that long.
And being
Being
mhm.
open.
buddy with Vince McMahon and shit. He
Could
couldn't have
that
been
be the
sucking
long
them that
game
entire
that
time.
he's playing?
Huh?
Could that be the long game he's playing?
I, you know, he gave me a lot of tenderism. When I
Yes.
think of our truth, I think of that situation with the Destination Smokehouse. And he gave me a lot of tenderism. He gave me a lot of fucking vibes. And the vibes that I'm getting from Unc is, nigga, y'all better leave me the fuck alone and stop, leave this white man alone and stop fucking with my money.
What? But
And
that
that's,
white man was fucking with your money. I'm just saying.
it is still, the long game. The long
Yeah.
game. You
Like,
get a $4,000 payoff, that motherfucker will be gone today.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, he collecting checks every week.
Hmm.
Same thing with our truth. Same thing with Devon. Same thing with a lot of American Negroes that go through what they go through. American Negroes can't speak up in this business. We don't have the numbers to speak up. American Negroes are not protected under the First Amendment in this country because this country will kill you if you choose to speak. They'll throw you in prison. They'll kill your family.
Hmm.
Devon Dudley had to sit on this for 20 years, or else he would not be able to work anywhere. Jordan Miles, ACH, indie promotions won't even pick him up today because he was racially profiled in the WWE, stood on that shit, spoke on that shit, and left. AEW won't pick him up. TNA won't pick him up. GCW won't pick him up. All these top promotions, Japan and none of that shit. Because they are all on code. Tony Khan, as we're going to talk about in a minute, is no different than Triple H, Vince McMahon, or any other white supremacist on this earth. We're definitely going to talk about Tony Khan. As a matter of fact, Tony Khan has been getting away with a lot of shit. And although we here at Rasslin with Racism have been giving it to Tony Khan ever since we noticed the problem in the beginning of AEW, we're going to continue to give him that help. And we hope that all American Negroes wake up and realize that racism is the number one issue in professional wrestling. Mr. Skims, real quick, what's going on WWE Saturday Night Main Event? Did somebody get hurt?
We got Shinsuke and AJ Styles, and from what I see, I don't think nobody got hurt. Is there
Okay,
a
so
report?
that they still going. I didn't know they was. That's my way of asking is they still going.
They
Oh,
slow.
How's the match so far? I know white folk were excited. Oh my god, we get to see AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
At first, I was like, "Where's the story for this?" But I'm watching the match with no sound, like white folks used to do in the trailer park. And they're slugging. I ain't gonna lie to you, they are really slugging.
We
I
can't
mean,
knock that AJ Styles isn't one of the greatest wrestlers of all times. We can't
no,
knock that Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty fucking good with what he do. We can't knock that shit.
yeah,
I'm expecting this to be the best match of the week.
yeah, he went back to basic too. This is old Shinsuke.
it's a good match, and AJ just got the pin. So
Yep, sure did. That was great.
All right, cool. All right, we here at Wrestling with Racism or Not Racist. We give credit where credit is due.
We
I've
are very
been
good.
watching AJ Styles since I was a baby. You know what I'm
fat,
saying?
he fattening that nigga up for the slaughter.
Huh?
They fattening up AJ for the slaughter.
Yeah, well, it may not be a slaughter. AJ know how to pull some amazing things out. He have done it. He's not John Cena.
What's good, Legend Slayer? Welcome to the chat.
What up, brother?
Okay, let's get to NXT. Who got the NXT results? Chad, I don't know about you, man.
What's good, bro?
Chad, he on your ass, man.
He is, ain't he? But I love him. Pause. Uh,
Well, I mean, the crazy part is we had a quick meeting before this, and we low key even mentioned there's only one thing that happened. You give me a report. You gave me nothing, so I need somebody to give me a report on NXT.
I could do NXT. Let me go get the results for you, man.
All right. While we doing that, is there something else coming up right now? How many more matches we got left?
It's only
Could be
four
one
matches,
more. Yeah.
so
Right.
we got a fatal 4-way.
All right, so we're
Okay.
getting ready
Yeah.
for the main event.
Yeah.
I'm looking, not seeing no American Negroes so far.
Aren't there
Is
only two
Eli Knight
American
in there?
Negroes on NXT?
Is it Eli Knight?
Is Eli Knight black?
I can
I think
only
he's.
really trust one person for NXT. Honor, can I get an American Negro update
I'm
on
looking.
NXT,
Eli
please?
Knight was on the card. He was in the NXT Championship ladder
I mean,
qualifying match. He
I
lost.
don't even know who Eli Knight is. I've
That's
never
a
heard
I
of
fact.
know
him.
who
He is.
Eli Knight is. Eli
He
Knight
just.
is an
He just.
American Negro that's pretty fucking good, and
Yeah.
he's in the WWE right now.
He just
Okay.
got stopped. He's new. Um, and so far, what I'm seeing, that's it. Nobody else.
Kenu Curver, come on, y'all, get this shit together. Like, let me do this. Let me handle
Ken
this right
Carver, I'm
quick.
not
'Cause it's
sure
like,
is an American Negro.
thank you very much. Why do you feel like he's not an American Negro?
I mean, for one, I haven't seen his family. I haven't seen anything to confirm he's an American Negro, and he just uh,
Got a little accent, don't he?
he doesn't talk like an American Negro. He does sound kind of
He's been forced to talk like this, ain't he?
he,
I'm
he's
done with this
it's
interview, bro.
everything is cut
I ain't
off.
got no questions. I ain't got no answers for you, bro. Fuck you, Booker T. What the fuck was all that? Well, what was all that? I like it, but it's like who's directing him to
Mm,
talk like this?
Ain't that like his whole thing though? Because wasn't he telling people to suck his dick and
Who's
WWE?
directing him to talk like this? That's the question. You don't come in here and do what the fuck you want to.
Mm.
Not Ryan Ward used to run NXT. I'm not sure about the last couple of years, but he did. He's not down there now. Who's directing him to talk like this, to act like this?
that's a good question.
He been doing this shit since he evolved.
We're gonna keep up on it. He probably had a good match against a white, but he lost, right?
Keenan Carver. Yeah, he was in a TV segment.
To my understanding, there is no American Negroes in this ladder match, right?
None.
No. Now, Deion Lennox is facing somebody next week, right? He has an opportunity. It's another person that may have an opportunity. Maybe Keanu Carver. I wish that y'all would have the results. I thought you seen the show. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, look, that was a TV segment. They didn't wrestle. He didn't. He didn't.
I need everything regarding Negroes.
But yes, Deion
I need
Lennox
everything regarding Negroes.
is going against Miles Bourne next week.
Okay.
And Eli Knight, like I said, he lost the match to Sean Legacy for the ladder match.
Yes. So I need somebody to pull up the NXT roster. I asked for the roster earlier. Do anybody got that? I want to show y'all something.
I got
I
you.
mean, I just did a quick look over and I seen 2 confirmed American Negroes. Jasper Troy is speed champion and Deion Lennox. Saquon Sugars is questionable, but that's like
It's questionable.
3. There's like 3 American Negroes possible.
Chris Island too, no?
I got to say, with the investigation that we're doing right now, everybody is questionable. That's
Yes.
crazy. That's fucking crazy. I'm serious. We may have some terrible, terrible, terrible news next week. And I'm not even talking about the Street Profits. I'm sad again. Oh man, this is just heartbreaking. Oh my god. Real quick. Okay, so that's it for the Negroes. No American Negro women.
Nope.
Yeah.
Unless you count
don't
Jada
have
Parker.
American Negro women, do they?
What's that?
NXT don't have American Negro women, do they?
Is Tyra May still?
They got a lot of white
she
women.
She is Ghanaian, and she may be mixed with American, but she Ghanaian. I like her too. God bless her. You know, I'm chatting it up with her for a second, but you know, no,
Well, that's it.
that's crazy. So we look at that, and they're not doing shit with her, right?
Nope.
Okay, and then on top of that, Callie Armstrong is all the way down in Evolve, right?
Correct.
I really like Callie Armstrong. I like her, and it's a cutoff after her. So we realize that the American Negro women supposedly been carrying the load for Black people here in NXT. Skims, you could get ready for pull that AEW stuff up too, but we noticed that after Last Legend, there is Callie Armstrong. For those who are not familiar, we do not accept mixed people here on Rasslin with Racism. Jada Parker and Kalani Jordan are both mixed with white. If white folk won't take accountability for them, we won't take accountability for them. That's how that goes here at Rasslin with Racism. Despite how they act, right?
Correct.
Despite how they don't act at home, right?
Correct.
Correct.
Just wanted to note that real quick. So it's not looking good for American Negro women at all. Beyond Kelly Armstrong, if she make it, I'm telling y'all, don't let Trick Williams' success fool you. We are still in trouble. Case in point, Carmelo Hayes is not wrestling tonight, right?
Nope.
Can I answer a question with a question? What success has Trick had?
Bro, good question. Didn't he just beat Ray Phoenix?
I mean, but that don't mean shit. Who was Ray Phoenix?
No, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. That was it. He didn't beat Sami Zayn or none of that shit. What I'm trying to figure out is how did he start with Sami Zayn? Then go to Randy Orton. I thought that they announced Randy Orton for versus Trick Williams, but then they did him and Ray Phoenix. What happened to that match?
Damn.
They haven't done shit with Trick, and this is the first thing they've done with him, and it's only bringing the stock down.
So we don't say that. Yeah, exactly. And you wasn't even here when I pretty much said insinuated that, but I'm gonna wait till we get to SmackDown before we get there. But me and you are definitely on the same page on that. Mr. Skims, before we get started with that, what's going on the screen right now?
We on commercial break, prepping for the Fatal 4-Way.
Okay. Can I get an American Negro update? And I know this should be a long one because Tony Khan isn't racist toward American Negroes. Can I get an American Negro update on AEW Dynamite?
On the entire card, you had 2 non-mixed American Negroes, and they were in the main event. Kevin Knight and Swerve Strickland.
Chat, is that acceptable to you? Because they main evented the show.
Nope.
Okay. What's going on with Swerve and Kevin Knight? That the same dude is what is did he turn heel? What the fuck is this?
You know,
How did they get to main event Dynamite last week? Because it seemed like it's some counteractive fuckery going on.
You know, these guys have really similar styles. They can do a lot of the same shit. Their styles complement each other. Why aren't they a tag team instead of this thrown together hodgepodge nonsense?
I mean,
Swerve
you know,
Hangman shit.
the storyline wise, Swerve is miles ahead, but you know. Oh no, I thought you meant you talking about Adam Page.
Like, why were Hangman and Swerve going after the tag team titles when they were just blood feuding last year?
I don't know. That just then for Adam Page.
I mean, Hangman blew up Swerve's house. Why would you want a tag team with this guy?
Yeah, that shouldn't make any sense to me.
For Adam Page to not have the world title now, it seems like they should be feuding again or some shit.
Like, they should be avoiding each other, if anything. Like, would they come together to fight to Top of the Death Riders, I guess, was...
well, the thing is, I get why they came together. I get how all that happened, but the thing, like you said, if they not going to team up to go for the tag team titles or the 6-man tag team titles or whatever, then they should go on about their separate way then, right?
I mean, that's business concluded. I mean,
The only way it makes sense to me, and what I think they're trying to do is they trying to use it to elevate Jet Speed. You know, to make.
Okay, so let's talk about Jet Speed right quick because Mike Bailey, what's his name?
Yeah.
Where's Duke?
It's Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey.
Yep.
He came out as non-binary last week.
This motherfucker is the absolute shits.
He really is. I don't see what the hype is about, but
yeah,
the question is, because maybe I'm ignorant of something. You know, I'm 37 years old, and I haven't heard some of these terms up to a couple of years ago. What is a non-binary?
A non-binary is a fancy way of saying you gay, but what they say is they don't identify between the two genders of male and female.
How does that work?
They think they're mentally something else or a blend of both or whatever.
So does he have a penis or a vagina?
My pronouns for Mike Bailey are shit and head. He's a jackass.
The nigga's a man, but you know, he feels like he shouldn't be classified as strictly a man.
Why? If you're a man.
Mental disorder, bro. That shit weird.
Why can't you just be gay? See, it's these non-binary people and trans and all this shit that make me accept gay people. Like, why can't you just be gay? Why you gotta put all these extra shit to what the fuck is that?
It's too much instructions, and then you want somebody to call you that.
Say white folk destructed this world. You say what?
I said that whole community has too many instructions, and then you forcing everybody to call you that. And if we don't, we somehow bigot or something. I don't understand it.
Now we noted on this program before that most of the gays, the open gays in AEW are melanated of melanated or Black American, right? Such as Anthony Bowens, who's mixed with white, with, Nyla Rose, who's Indian and apparently a Negro, Sonny Kiss. Um, it was another gay. Who's the other gay?
Nyla Rose.
I said Nyla Rose.
You said Nyla Rose. Honey Kiss. Um,
What's the one that with primetime
Madonna,
players? I can't think of his name.
Darren Young.
Darren Young. Yeah.
Was he with AEW? I don't think he was.
No, but gays and
No.
Asian. You
No,
got
I'm talking
Abaddon.
about AEW
Oh, excuse me.
specifically. The reason I'm saying that is because, they had what they call a twofer. We got gay people and black to represent black people, and they were pushing people like Anthony Bowen strong. They was pushing Sonny Kiss strong for a little bit. I think Nyla Rose was one of the first one or two, three women's champion and shit like this as a non-binary trans or some shit. I don't know, but now all of these gays are gone. Right? Where's Anthony Bowens?
Damn.
And it's crazy because, I'm not homophobic and I'm not racist. He's white and he's a gay, but he's in damn great shape and he's a damn good wrestler. Why isn't he on AEW television right now? I mean, they were telling me that AEW isn't a racist organization because they held the tag team championship, right? Where is Anthony Bowens?
Mm.
Just wanted to note that real quick. Y'all don't have to answer. Don't nobody know. I don't even think
I
he
think
know
he's
right
on
now.
don't
Is
they
that
have a
nigga
show called Elevation? I think that's where he's at.
Elevation? Okay.
And it's crazy because he gave them some of the greatest promotion too. He was the Out Magazine Gay of the Year. He was in fucking Rolling Stones as a gay and all. He'd be on red carpets and shit. Why don't they push these people? Is it because they perk black?
Very possible. He was just on a collision last week.
Was he?
He lost to Jack Perry.
God.
Jack fucking Perry.
Wow.
He was in a contender match for the national championship.
Oh God. So
But
Jack
another
Perry getting a title shot.
Yep.
Okay. And mind you, the main event of AEW was really good. I'm not saying nothing against their talent. And we not being ungrateful for no reason. We appreciate all the black wrestlers that we got, black American wrestlers that we got, but we just want more.
The main event on, by the way, if you want to tune in. Trick just made his entrance.
That's cool. I'm watching it.
All right.
Um, so the uh God damn it, you made me forget what the hell I
My
was
bad.
saying. They we just need more, especially in AEW. Because we notice by force the WWE is just getting just a little blacker. They got race keys coming up. White folk saying why do he got the name Royce, and they come out to find out that he got a son named Royce, and they show some pictures. That boy look Mexican. Who was his baby mama? Anybody know? I haven't had a chance to look that up because I just had one myself with my wife, not my baby
Yeah,
mama.
we're gonna have to put that on the docket.
Man,
Yeah, so I wasn't able to really just check into all that stuff this week, but I've been very busy this week with my new pride and joy. So I haven't been able to check into that, but y'all can go ahead and check into that whenever y'all can. Also, is no American Negro women in AEW, by the way. Wow. Everybody put the load on Bianca Belair and Naomi and Jade back. AEW chose to put the load on Swerve Strickland back. And the closest Negro, because I always ask this question, who is the closest Negro up under Swerve Strickland that could possibly get to the world title? The answer was Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs have gotten multiple world title matches, and he lost. And it didn't make sense to me because Tony Khan, how do you let a guy like Powerhouse Hobbs go? Look at him. Look at him. I was listening to an older edition of Wrestling with Racism, and I was just talking. I mean, it was a few months ago, and we was talking about Powerhouse Hobbs as to where we let it be known that AEW is not going to do anything genuine with him, but this is somebody that WWE wants. But since he's a Negro, WWE isn't going to do shit with him. Now we see how Trick Williams is performing. We see it right now. Wouldn't that be too much for the WWE with what they plan on doing with Obafemi and Trick Williams? What do y'all think they're gonna do with Ray Keys?
I think their backs are pushed against the wall. And I think once it's off the wall, it's gonna be business as usual.
Well, it is off the wall to hear about after WrestleMania. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, what can they do? What are they gonna do with these Negroes? Nature, we know that nature is going to run its course. But in the meantime, what are they going to do with these Negroes?
They're going to be doing a lot of signings, a lot of autograph signings.
Didn't the Street Profits say that they was at WrestleMania outside with the fans? Instead of wrestling at WrestleMania? Didn't they say that last year?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Hobbs outside selling T-shirts.
I seen a video of Trick selling wine coolers at liquor store.
You know, I'm trying to go through the WWE roster right now. Powerhouse Hobbs is on his way to the WWE. He's actually already signed. Don't he? Besides Trick Williams, that actually, they two different body shapes. But don't Powerhouse Hobbs have the most? Trick Williams got a very impressive shape. But as far as a big man, isn't he the most packaged person in the WWE right now?
By far.
By
I
far.
mean, he's big as Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he about to show. And it's crazy because if he came across Brock Lesnar is just beat him.
And
As
Hobbs
opposed to
works.
Gunther, who only offers chops, right?
That's it.
Yeah. Uh yeah, y'all talk right quick. I'm about to get a special guest up here.
I was gonna say Hobbs works a very special style. In terms of it's very flat, but it makes everything more impactful. You know, when he is running off the ropes and hitting those clotheslines, it's a lot like early Batista. You know, in terms of that,
Mm-hmm.
he's not really one of those powerhouse guys that's gonna lift you up over the head and hold you all the time, but he will flatten you. You know, with linear moves, clotheslines, lariats.
Yep.
So that's
And
something I really
also,
like about his style, and that'll really work with WWE's pace, especially in the
mm-hmm.
Triple H era where
I
everything
mean,
got to be
Hobbs
slow.
is a really smart, really safe worker. You never hear about him hurting somebody in a company that's notorious for people getting hurt. You never hear about Hobbs hurting
Powerhouse
anybody.
Hobbs could have done so much more in AEW if Tony Khan, not this goes well beyond racism. Tony Khan does not know how to book big men at all. And he got them. Brian Cage, Warlow, Luchasaurus. You let all these guys get injured. You let all these guys get injured when they could have been doing something. You don't know how to handle these people. I want to welcome to the stage right in time. And my phone about to die. This is crazy because my phone is going down. I don't understand this. Duke CT from the Duke CT Lounge. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Watching some little bit of the Sounders main event. I can't wait to see Trick lose this and then go right back to main event and just be forgotten about. Also watching some other like podcasts about what's going on in the world today. But yeah, I look at this as the big guys at AEW. It's been a missed opportunity, but also I would say WE has missed on an opportunity of big guys too. There's a lot of big dudes in WE. They're just like, Drew McIntyre finally got his shine. I think a little bit too late, but it's just like, where are the big dudes? It's usually just like, guys like Cody, Punk. I'm like, come on. Braun Breaker should have beat him in 2 minutes. He's like almost 50 years old. Why do you have to like this, and he just did an interview. I remember this. Braun Breaker did an interview saying it was like, it's sad that there's nobody from born in the 90s be a WWE champion, a world heavyweight champion. And what did they reward him with? Having like a long, boring match with CM Punk and then have him lose. I'm like, man, it's old people. Too many old people are running this whole thing, man. And I'm just like, I look at this. I see what Trick Williams, he's having Sami Zayn right now, beating him up. And I'm like, they're going to put Sami Zayn there. His time is long past. Trick Williams should be on that main event thing. But of course, this is the same company that have him somehow, in their brilliant thinking, have him face The Undertaker, have him get chokeslam, and that's it. Right? What was that whole point of that? What was that point?
Undertaker just saw Trick being too flashy on the screen. He had to go home. You can't have these uppity Negroes running around thinking they're hot shit. He had to go check that.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Yeah, it just, you build up to people. I want to build up people who are doing. And by the way, Damian Priest, he's up there. Already had a world title match. He's over 40. I remember watching him like 10 years ago in Ring of Honor. I'm like, dog. I mean, it should be like he shouldn't be in these main events. There's a lot of people who should not be in those main events right now, and he's like up there, man. It's these so many old people. Meanwhile, I looked at, I watched like, stuff back in the, Attitude Era or what have you, and you know what, they have a lot of the young, but you also look at the lower cards too. I mean, when the invasion started, King of the Ring 2001. You look at, say, Sean Waltman, X-Pac, who was 29, taking on Jeff Hardy, who was 24 at the time. They were in like a low card stuff for the light heavyweight title. They were doing that with their young talent back then. They didn't say, "Oh, we had to put him in X. Oh, we got to put him this thing." Like, no, they said, "You know what? Let's put our young guy and just have him fight for and put him in the main show." No hesitation. Now it's all this hesitation because they would have put all. If they had NXT back in those days, you wouldn't have saw the Hardys or the Edge and Christian or hell, you would probably not see The Rock in there because he's like, "Oh, I put them in NXT. They're too young. We gotta get these old guys in their shine." This is the problem, man. We just like they overflow the market with these guys. By the time they get to the main roster, people are either sick and tired of them, or they get basically, "Oh, we'll showcase them, and then we'll put them in the mid card, and with no plan." And that's what we have right now. We don't do anything build up with them. We don't do anything till it's way too late, and the people are like, "Oh, should we care about them?" Not really. We don't care about them at all. So yeah, that's what we have right now, man. That's what we are having right now in this whole mess of wrestling right now. Especially, hell, I look at AEW. I'm gonna say it right now. There's a lot of there's too many old guys there too, and they put all the people who are interesting in Ring of Honor, and I watch that. But it's it's a pay site, and no one seems to care about it. No one seems to really care, and it's funny because how did AEW get its position? All In. That was what? A Ring of Honor show.
I mean, that's been one of the biggest
Forgot all about
complaints.
that. That's a good point.
That's
I
been one of
forgot
the
all
biggest
about
complaints
that.
over the last 3 or 4 years is too many old guys and no creativity. Uh,
Yeah, say what you
just
want about Mariah May and the and Tony Storm. They had a plan. They said,
Yeah,
okay, here we go. A, B, C, and D, and everything else.
I mean,
sure.
When's the
we
last
saw with
time?
John Cena and Brock Lesnar match. They were just redoing the same storyline from 2012.
Yeah, 2014. It's the
Well,
same story.
let me
There's
ask you this.
nothing here. Yeah,
Go ahead first. Finish first.
I'll do. That's the thing is right there. The whole. You're telling me WWE and it's big. Like this is their big story about John Cena's retirement. This is their big guy. This is the person that they really care about. They couldn't sit there and say, "Oh, wait, I got a story. We're gonna have a whole story planned for you from the beginning, middle, end. This is gonna be our story just for you. We're gonna add who you are and everything else. Everything is gonna be lined up." And what did they do? It was a lot of it was just played by ear. They didn't know what they were doing. That's the most frustrating thing is that they have the capability of doing it. They have the capability of building people up. They have the capability of having a way of actually doing good stories, but they choose not to. They choose to keep things mediocre because, hey, we'll have a moment and nothing builds off moments. And I'm sick and tired of a company that could be so much more. Instead, it is a MAGA field moment bullshit company. Sorry, I'm part of my French, but yeah, that's what it is.
So let me ask you this, because he had asked me, I didn't get a chance to answer. When it comes to Swerve and Kevin Knight, he had asked me why did it main event. Uh, from what I could tell, it main evented because it was the clearest next world title contender showcase on the episode, and it was tied to three different angles that were running at once. So one,
Oh yeah, good stuff.
You had MJF scouting threats. They kept showing like MJF was feeling pressure from all these different champs and former champs and killer stacking wins, and he's watching the matches from the back. And then Omega Alexander ended with MJF watching. And then so the main event ended with MJF in the skybox watching. And then you got Swerve. I think they're trying to push him to get back to the face of AEW again. And so you couldn't really position this as a blood feud because you got to have Swerve present himself as the guy shaping the next era and testing who belongs on top, which is why I felt like they did Kevin Knight, who had just won the trios belts, pinning Hobbs to do it. So, but I wanted to ask you your thoughts on what you think they're doing with Knight and Swerve right now.
I think that was a good showcase. Part of me thought Knight would win, especially with that huge coast to coast thing. I
Yeah.
think that was great showcase for him. And I'm surprised. I mean, I know Hobbs leaving forced the decision, but the way they've been putting Kevin Knight in positions of in big matches, including the Continental Classic, him beating Darby, him beating Okada, him tying with Pac. They show they really have something for him. And speaking of Strickland, I just found out breaking news. He's going to be facing Andrade El Idolo this Wednesday. So that's going to be something. And I'm honestly, if AEW wanted to do this, and I think they should, at Revolution, they should just do the scramble match. If you remember that, I think what was it? Unforgiven. They had WWE had 5 scramble matches for
Yep.
the ECW World and WWE Champion. AEW should do that for the AEW title. Just have one thing and just have multiple people. If you have 30 minutes, you go in there. Now, was it 20 minutes? I don't know. 20, 25 minutes, have people win. You have multiple winners or what have you. And you can have MJF come back and steal a victory or something. And boom, there you go. You have that. That could be something fun. I think that would be much more important than just a regular 6-man or him versus Kenny Omega. I think that would be much more interesting. And you can just drag that out to Dynasty and you could do a one-on-one match with maybe, I don't know, Swerve or maybe, maybe Kevin Knight. But I wanted to concentrate on the trios division and
I
such.
wouldn't
So
I wouldn't do a scramble for the world title. I would do one as a number one contender match. If the story is that you have all these credible threats to MJF and he's under siege, if you do a scramble, you can turn too many sharks into one official challenger without doing months of one-on-one eliminators. And if you put it for the belt, you'll make MJF look like he escaped chaos instead of beating the best. And that would undercut that championship at a flagship pay-per-view like that. And you could protect too many guys at once and stall momentum.
That's true. But I do miss that type of scramble match. If you do a good scramble match like that, it could be good, because I think that could help a lot of people and have everyone come after everyone and be like, all right. And you can and honestly, if you do a number one contenders, then who faces him at Revolution? Who would face him? I think if you have a multi-man challenger, I think would you have Kenny Omega versus NJF at
Well, it should be Swerve,
the
right?
Swerve versus MJF at
Grand Slam.
No, Grand Slam Australia. I don't know. Maybe I think they're probably having someone else do it. I don't know who is going to be the one to do that, because there's a lot of contenders right now. Personally, I hope that there's like someone that the story has to be good, and I don't want to have long. I'm getting sick of the 6 months, 8-month title runs. Personally, I think the most interesting title runs were like it is the best title runs are the ones that just have some meaning for it. It needs to have meaning, because if you don't have meaning for those belts, if you don't have meaning for it, you know what happens? It just becomes like, it becomes boring. It becomes tedious, and no one seems to care. It becomes, you drag out the stuff, because Cody's championship run was boring, and then Cena won, and then Drew McIntyre finally won it, but I don't know how long he's gonna last. My fear is that somehow it's gonna be Roman Reigns coming in, winning the belt off him, and then he was like, he's gonna hold that belt to the end of time again. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. And just like we're just gonna have these long title runs, and it just like, no, I think people are tired of that. No one wants to have 6 months and almost a year title runs. I think a max championship run should be at least 4, 5 months. I think that's much better. You could just like, you have, and it makes the competitors, it makes everything like, wow, the competitors actually can win instead of like, oh, it's just another challenger. Nah, I can skip this one. Like I can skip like pay-per-views. I can skip watching the matches.
Well, they did just have Samoa Joe hold that bitch for like a week or what? 28
a month. And I think that's a good thing. I think he's hold that thing for. And I'm like, and I'm just look. I think the best thing about it is the chase. The chase is always the most important. The chase is the most important. Oh, and there you go. Sami Zayn wins. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, Sami Zayn wins. He's gonna face Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. Oh lord, this is just. I expect the match to be good. And by the way, how do you feel about if you want to watch a PLE, unless you got like a VPN or something? How do you feel about you going selling like an extra $30 for ESPN?
That shit come free on my cable.
I don't think I paid for it either.
I see you go 10 MVP and Shelton never won WWE championships. I feel like if Shelton went to TNA in the 2000s, maybe before the golden standard period, and then came back around 2010, he would have won the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship at least.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think so. He would have won the TNA title for a week.
That's what I was talking about, the TNA World Heavyweight title.
He would have won the TNA title, and then he would have came back. And they would have gave him the Little Bro title.
Yeah, maybe, but I just think the way they could have done it, they should have done it a lot. They should have done it earlier. I mean, But yeah, he's still fit. But he's 50. But he still looks good, man. You know what? He could right now in any company, he could actually do that. I wouldn't surprise me if he came in and beat if he came in and he would beat Drew McIntyre and Sami. Would you be surprised? Be like,
No,
he still look good.
he looks great.
He still look good.
He's still a better worker than most.
Black don't crack, baby.
That's it. Oh, they are really building Sammy up, huh?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
And by the way, collision happened.
I mean, but we
Claudio
just saw
defended.
like Sami Zayn in his hometown get no reaction, and he got mobbed by Trick.
Yeah, the crowd. Yeah,
But that's the thing. You gotta make up your mind. Where are you from? Canada or Saudi Arabia? I know he's a Muslim and everything, but I don't know if this gonna work.
He's gonna he might win that Rumble next year.
That's what I'm thinking.
I just think that he's going to, if he wins it here, maybe that's just me. If the WWE, if I was going to be doing this, if I would say screw it, if I was in my way, I honestly would say screw it. Have Sammy win it. Drew goes crazy or what have you, and you set up a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Sammy, and Drew. You can have Jacob win, and Sammy gets his run because Sammy doesn't need to have a world title that long. He doesn't need to. I don't think pure baby faces like, say, for example, Hangman or Sammy or like Cody, they don't need to hold the title longer than like maybe 3 or 4 months because the value is in the chase. The value is always in the chase. Because the chase and the journey is more.
I completely agree with you as far as Cody is concerned. I don't want to completely rule out long title reigns because some long title reigns are actually entertaining, predicated on the story. Like I enjoyed Roman's title reign, and it was extremely long. We haven't seen a title reign like that since what, Bruno Sammartino. So I didn't really disagree, and furthermore, it wasn't a lot of people, for the exception of maybe LA Knight, that could really take over. But I do agree with your statement about the chase, because when Cody is chasing that title, he is at his best. The same thing with Austin. When he was chasing that title, he was at his best. When they put all those obstacles in front of Austin before he got them championship reigns, which he never really held more than 4 or 6 months, the chase always was great. It was always good. So I 100% agree with you on that one.
Yeah, Chase needs to. And I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, even if Cody ends up being 10-time champion, the chase is still always good. Every time he's looking for that championship, he gets, like, you throw things in front of him. I mean, the Brock Lesnar thing was a little bit crazy, but if you would have put some story behind it, it would have been great. But yeah.
But that's what I always believed in the story, and you have to build up that position to it. And I don't see that in the ring. I don't see that much, but the way they're doing it to let's see what they did with TNA, which they're terrible. They still having this terrible stuff. TNA. I mean, at first they had the Nexus jobbers. No, not. I mean, NXT job. The NXT with people. The Nexus NXT, same thing. But they came in, cost him the title. Then they have Santana lose the belt, acts like a complete little twat, what have you. I'm not gonna go to premiere. I'm like, shut up, you lost. Move on.
Real quick.
Then
can y'all hear me?
Oh
yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
you. You sound a little far away, but we can hear you.
Well, I'm dealing with a lot of shit right now. I don't know what the fuck going on. I can't explain it right now. We dropped from 40 viewers to 7. How did that happen?
I think the show ended. The show ended, and Sami Zayn is now your number 1 contender. Boo.
Okay.
But he didn't pin.
For some reason,
Trick Williams.
For some reason, I thought that my phone was dying. For some reason, I thought that For some reason, I thought that my phone was charging, And come to find out the whole fucking time it wasn't. All right. So my phone ended up dying, and now I'm using my iPad while my phone charging stuff right quick. So while I was trying to get all that, then I had connection issues with trying to get on the stream and all this other different shit. So I just did not watch the match. But from what I could tell, and Duke, I'm glad that you're up here because we have to talk about AEW specifically. I don't know how far y'all went in AEW.
I said that it was I think a lot of the problems with AEW is they didn't strike the irons hot. I'm still pissed off Hobbs didn't win that title at March of last year. He should have won that.
Yes,
you know, he should have.
Let me ask you this. If Powerhouse Hobbs had won the AEW championship instead of Samoa Joe, that he would have stayed.
I think he would have. I think he would have stayed. But what my thing is, I always say this: if it was, I wish Joe should. I hate the fact that there's a lot of things I didn't like about this. I mean, one of the top ones is that somehow in this weird world of wrestling, Samoa Joe was a 2-time AEW World Champion, but yet with all of his time in TNA, in his prime, he held that title once. Even though he was, and meanwhile, Sting, his old ass, had that title how many times? Doesn't make any sense. Second, Joe is old. Hobbs should have been the guy to challenge Hangman. Hell, his Hangman matches were really good. Just have him beat Hangman, win the title, have him beat him in the steel cage, make it as bloody as hell. In fact, have Hobbs win the title, give the trios belt a hook or what have you, and have him like overtake like he's the champion, but slowly overtake or heck, kick Joe out. Like what they did with like the Judgment Day with Edge. Like what, you never catch you like, and then he like chokes him out, and then he just comes in. Sabata kicks him in the head, and then destroys Samoa Joe. Absolutely bloodies him and kicks him out of the ops, and then he runs it. There, how's that for you? That would have been actually interesting.
Dude, you was here with us the last time, and I ended up. It was so that you puffed out on the live stream we did last time about AEW that I actually and put it into its own little package of AEW. Because AEW, we keep talking about the AEW. Tony Khan. This was before.
HB, you going in and out, brother.
Yeah.
He let Powerhouse Hobbs walk that door. He let him walk out that door. Instead of as world champion. Now, you've been with all year. And we have been noting that no American Negro under Swerve Strickland has had tangible success besides Powerhouse Hobbs, right?
Yeah. But now you have the Rascals, I think Myron Reed and Wesley, who should have been the NXT champion.
Well, they not about to, goddamn well, they not about to do shit with Wesley or Myron Reed.
I have a little bit of hope they will, because why sign them if you're not going to do anything with them? Other than make fun of TNA, but still.
What? What did you say?
Other than make fun of TNA, because they were right there.
I'm sorry. You talking about them specifically, right?
Yeah, total nonstop action, the company, and all that type of stuff.
It's crazy because why did TNA let them go? What is wrong with Wesley? I want to break it down to Wesley specifically. Myron Reed, I fuck with Myron Reed. I've been knowing Myron Reed before a lot of people knew his name. He used to come down here and wrestle a lot. What is it? Myron Reed was never under contract with TNA. What is it about Myron Reed and Wesley to where nobody could hang on to these guys? I'm still
remember Myron Reed was going to face Leon Slater for the X Division title on that show, but Leon Slater had visa issues, and he wanted to go to WWE, the main show, which he's already gone to WWE at this point, right?
A couple of days. So it seemed like they was gonna fire them afterwards.
I don't know. Then remember, this is total nonstop action. You have to put in that they are the most incompetent pro wrestling company of basically since they founded. It is they take those stupidest, ignorant, beyond stupid ideas. They have.
No. I'm not gonna let you get away.
I'm looking at their history. I've been their fan since 04, man. I've been there since 04. I've seen the stupid from them.
Jeff Jarrett put on the best wrestling show for about 5 years.
And then he didn't put Monty Brown there. They put Sting the title so many damn times. They hired Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff at One Trick Pony and such, and then it basically killed the company. And then started all their misadventures. And have Dixie Carter email everybody how stupid Discovery is when the Destination America because of that stupid stuff that happened, and just made themselves more ignorant, just more stupid decisions. They made so many stupid decisions, and just all these other things that have now. It took AEW and WWE to put them in the same position they were back in 2008.
I'm not necessarily. It's not about TNA. It's more about why my mind is strong with Wesley and Myron Reed to where they cannot be anywhere stable. Going back to NXT real quick, folks blame Wesley heel run. No, he got the period. He was the best heel.
Yeah, it was a really good heel run, and they just. I think he was. I think that promo.
White folks used that he was fake. They released. Okay. Then I'm looking at Ricky Starks. Heel run. Have I seen that?
That heel run has not really been good. He is not a good villain.
First of all, we need to. It's going to have to come correct. First of all, black. That's first and foremost. So stop saying that shit. And second, and WWE shouldn't be putting homosexuality on their television. I don't like Ricky Starks. I don't like this heel run, and I believe that he should release because of heel run. What y'all think?
Well, it's too late now. He's Cody's best friend, so he's going to be there for a long while. He's going to be there, and I don't think he's like he wants to be king of NXT. And guess what? Everybody left NXT. He's like, I'm going to, and then, Rick, Obafemi, he's gone. Leon Slater, gone. I think he's gone. He's not going to be on NXT. Let's see, the young OG or whatever he is, he's gone too.
I want to state real quick because a lot of people don't know. Leon Slater is a white man. His father is Jamaican. His mother is from the UK. She's Britain. But his father, and he stated this, he don't recognize his father because his father was not in his life. I personally believe that his mother's family ostracized his father from his duties, but he don't recognize himself with his father. Therefore, he is a white man, right?
Well, the black genes. I mean, you gotta look at.
I'm gonna talk to you later because it's gonna be a big revelation next week at the Royal Rumble. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna send you a message later. But we discovered something about someone who we thought.
Well, Dr. Chris Wilson talked about this, by the way. About why white people are afraid of this stuff is because the black gene is so dominant, or anything else, It just like they just like overwhelmed the white gene, and they just like these are the things they're afraid of that. She rest her soul. She talked about this stuff a lot about that. So you know,
Real quick, I don't know which, I had a lot of issues, and I hope y'all can hear me good, but I had a lot of issues, when Duke came on. But I do want to go back to AEW. We got to give this stuff to Tony Khan real quick. Where's Private Party? How long is Private Party before they
Private Party's been gone for a year, I think. Yeah, for most of a full year.
No,
At this
full
point,
year. They was last
yeah, he
seen.
should have been released.
It was yesterday. They was last seen a year ago yesterday.
Yeah, they've been on HOG and that's it.
Yep.
They've been working in the gym.
So
At this point, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they haven't gone to WWE yet.
my question is, when are they? Because AEW not gonna do a damn thing with them. So my question is, when is their contract is up so they could go and make some money?
They're still getting paid, so I think they're gonna leave and they're gonna probably like the end mid this year. I don't know about that, but meanwhile, yeah, I just want to keep this. I mean, like I said, they should have done something with them. They failed with them. They failed with Skyflight. They're failing with them. They're failing with these people like that. But yet, my worst fear
I want to note this
is
real quick. Bobby Lashley, number one goal. He said this at Full Gear 2024 that his number one goal in AEW was to erase blackness, and he sure erased Private Party out the fucking way. Brian Keefe has been sporadic since he faced them, and a couple other people. But I want to read his comments specifically because we definitely need to talk about this Duke. Speaking of Bobby Lashley, for the record, Bobby Lashley is a Panamanian Hispanic. He is not an American Negro. He is a Hispanic man. Goten noted that Shelton Benjamin never won the WWE Championship. We already know that, but I want to talk about Shelton Benjamin in AEW. Bobby Lashley is out. Bobby Lashley is hurt. We here at Rasslin with Racism have been noting that Shelton Benjamin can have all the success that he wants to with the hurt business, but when they put him by himself, he have no success. Besides wrestling and losing to John Moxley, what have Shelton Benjamin?
nothing. I haven't seen a Ring of Honor or anything else. It's just I hope that they do something because I think Lashley is not as hurt as people say they are. I think he might be coming back soon. I honestly thought he was going to come back by Dynasty. He might be coming back sooner than that. That's what I'm hearing about. I think that Lashley will probably come back, and if he wants to, he probably challenge.
But Duke, the point that I'm making is, without Bobby Lashley, the AEW is not interested in doing anything with Shelton Benjamin, right?
Oh, I totally agree. I think he should be more interested. I think he should be in that the championship.
The problem with AEW have, and the problem that the WWE have, is not with black people. Their problem is specifically against American Negroes. We have to point this out. We are not dismissing Caribbean people. We're not dismissing African people. But at the same time, this is an American organization. And we do see that in AEW and the WWE, that there are more active Hispanics and Samoans and Japanese and this is another ethnic group, whatever, Korean or something, I don't know. It's more of them than there are American Negroes, and that is a fucking problem. I would not have an issue with people like Obafemi or Leon Slater or Jay Cargill or Bobby Lashley having success in the name of blackness so long as American Negroes do it. And it's just not happening. They are making Shelton Benjamin a non-factor because Bobby Lashley is not there.
And I keep saying this, and the reason why is because black folk are not behind the scenes. They're not the bookers. They're not the owners. They're not anything else. American Negroes don't have that power and sway. They are the people that, because at the end of the day, it has to be ownership. It
Let's
is
talk
that.
about.
Because if it was, I truly believe if Devon Dudley was in that position in Triple H, there'd be a lot more black folk in there. I guarantee the Street Profits would be seen more. I guarantee you that there'll be a lot more, people,
Let's talk about
black talents.
ownership
Trick
right.
Williams would probably win tonight and such like
Let's
that.
let's talk about
Wouldn't be
ownership.
chokeslammed by the Undertaker.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear you.
Let's talk about ownership. You got people like Westside Gun who got Fourth Rope Wrestling. I need Skimps.
Yeah.
I need to go to Fourth Rope Wrestling website and pull up the roster for me, please. I've been low key challenging O'Shea Jackson. You come out here as this big ass wrestling fan, and you come out here and he was on the Stephanie McMahon podcast the other day. I said, why you didn't talk about anything racial? You sit up here and he was elated talking about, oh, they did an MLK. Let's see what they do for a little bit. And I'm like, nigga, what? You sitting up here waiting for a goddamn, when you should be talking about tangible. What are you truly legitimately going to do, Kirk Williams? What are you legitimately going to do, Carmelo Hayes and Lash Legend? Are you going to bring the Street Profits back and have them type of success, whether it's success separate? What are you going to do with Bianca? What are you going to do with Lash Legend if Bianca Belair come back? What are you going to do with Lash Legend and Bianca Belair if Naomi was to come back? You don't challenge these people, and you got the money and you got the means. Your father is going through so much shit with the FIBA, black-owned Big Three program. If you were to develop your own professional wrestling, you got more money than me. I'm not in your pockets, but I guarantee you got more money than me. And you got more access to money than me. If you were to develop
He cutting out bad for me. What about y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't hear.
I barely hear him.
You cutting out, brother.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds real quick.
They was gonna let you down.
Yeah, man. No worries about that. But yeah, I think that's the issue.
I got the roster.
The roster.
Go ahead.
I got the roster. I think it's they got the current champions. They got the former Enzo Amore, Real One, as the flyweight champion. The heavyweight champion Zilla Fatu, and the tag team champions are, of course, the Hardys, Jeff and Matt Hardy. And the key roster, you have like Moose is on there, Joe Henry, AJ Francis, Masha Slamovich. I think she got. I don't think she's going to be there anymore because of domestic stuff she's been through. You have Charlie Brown and Sean Dean for the infantry, that all rage and such. TNT, Terrence and Terrell Hughes, they're Devon's kids. Gabe Kidd, who's going to be anytime, and Mike Santana and such.
So I apologize real quick. Can y'all hear me better now?
Way better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think
check
honestly,
this out. Check this out. Everybody that you named, you didn't name a single American Negro. This is our ownership, Duke.
Yeah.
This is our ownership. So when you get people who have the means to do this, and don't get me wrong, Master P owned HOG Wrestling, but that's just on paper. Huh?
Yeah, House of Glory.
Yeah, he owned House of Glory, but that's just on paper. At the end of the day, he's not overseeing the day-to-day, and House of Glory is not black, is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of you have Charles Manson, Zilla Tattoo, Darren Richardson, Sachi Blackheart, tag champions, the Hardys. But I'm always say
So
this
even
though.
with our own, the point is, even with our own people who got the means, even with our own people, they can't look out for American Negroes. And I'm supposed to feel bad because the WWE didn't let this motherfucker stay at a show.
But I'm going to say this though. To me, the most important thing of everything else does of is not just ownership, but that who like at the end of the day, who writes their checks. Because I don't want to be like, oh, we have all this black everything, but yet who writes the check? The old white dude. I don't want to have like the Vince McMahon or whatever who owns that thing. I want you want blackness in front of the camera, but I want them behind the camera. I want
It's
them
more.
not
It
just
seems
behind the
like it's
camera,
more. It
but
seems
also
like at this point it should be most important for them to be behind the camera, right?
yeah, I want to be on more behind the camera, behind the scenes, like
You
working and
seen
doing that type of
WWE
stuff.
Unreal? You see WWE Unreal?
I saw clips, and it is the last. Like I say, it's the last white hope. They're the last white hope.
Duke, I want to wake something up. You realize that wrestling became, and we got to talk about Devon. And you realize that wrestling became a white man sport in 1978.
Hmm.
Before then, the WWF champions was a dirty ass Italian, Bruno Sammartino, Antonio Rocca. Lou Thesz is not an American white man. George Hackersmith is not an American white man. It was always based off of immigrants into the 80s. Ever since then, it became this white man sport. But we noticed that white is not selling no more for real. You're not interested in this shit. What is it with this Sami Zayn thing that they feel like they need to get out the way? When Trick
Well,
Williams
because
have brought the most intrigue, Duke, I know you don't watch WWE, but don't
I
SmackDown
got
seem a little bit better with Trick?
no,
The overall
it's
show?
a little bit, but the problem is it's a 3 hour show, and the reason why they put it up because like we need bodies, so they're gonna have him pounding around with like Kit Wilson and him being in pointless tag. But that's I see the future. It's gonna be him, Kit
You
Wilson,
know he
taking
gotta
on
you know
Matt
he gotta
Cardona
cool down.
and all this stuff.
As hot as he came up, he gotta cool down.
And he's gonna be ice cold after Mania. He's gonna be, and by summertime, he's
After
gonna be
Mania
freezing.
is over. That's what I'm telling
Yeah.
everybody. Season 3 of Wrestling with Racism is the year of the ungrateful. We're not about to sit up here and be satisfied with what's possibly about to happen within the next couple of months. When next year we're going to be begging for the exact same shit.
Uh,
We begging for it.
well, hopefully we won't be. But I like I said, the true power is behind the camera, and until that changes, we're going to see the same stupid stuff over and over, and everything else, man. Anyway, I got if we are done, I gotta get out of here. I got some stuff I have to do. I always love talking to y'all, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for coming through.
No
All right, brother.
problem. And by the way, that Twitter thing sucks. I hate that chat
It
thing.
does.
It's the worst thing ever.
I
Because I
meant to
get
tell
messages
you
like,
up there.
"Oh,
I meant to tell you when we was up on Negro Space. I meant to tell you check the DMs. I had DM'd you from there. But Duke, we are
eh,
coming back at the Royal Rumble next week. We are coming back at the Royal
yeah,
Rumble next week. I don't know if we'll be live or not, but we'll be back next week, and you more than welcome. We
I'll tr-
definitely need you to carry that load.
no problem if I see I can make it." Because I try to watch. I'll try to watch it, but man, I just there's
Well,
some
I
things
need
I might
you. The
like, but I'm
most
just like,
important
man,
thing, the most important thing for you that I need you for is AEW because we're gonna continue to give this to Tony Khan. Tony Khan cannot continue to get away with keeping Athena locked in the basement and bringing her up periodically just to lose.
oh
I
yeah, I
think
agree with
owner
that.
noted
But
the other day that Athena should have been Willow Nightingale partner.
I don't think that. I think she should have. I honestly would. I was going to say this. I thought they were going to lead to Mercedes versus Athena versus Willow, and Athena wins by pinning Mercedes or something, and they have Willow chase after her, which we were talking about earlier about the chase. Have her win the AEW the TBS championship,
Yeah.
and both have those two belts, and then just be like, yeah, I'm better than everyone else, and have her minions say, if you want the TBS title at Revolution, you and your tag team hussy, what have you, you have to defend it with the YI2, and if you win, you get to face me or something like that to build that type of thing. That would be it's easy and simple.
I'm just trying to
It's
throw
all
something for them to do for Negroes that could be so simple, but they just don't do it. Tony Khan has an American Negro problem, and with Powerhouse Hobbs going, they telling us that we gotta wait at least we gotta wait at least another year or two for Kevin Knight to step into something. And we
no.
still
I think
we still see the Swerve Strickland far from the AEW championship. Swerve Strickland not projected to get the title this year. They still got to get the Will Ospreay and Okada.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is a weird time. So
This is a weird time. It's a racist time. It's a time that's
yeah.
never going to change.
Until it changes, by
No, until
more people run.
people start dying in this motherfucker. Tony Khan and Triple H got to die.
I don't know. Go that far.
Well,
That's
I'm
just
going
me,
that far.
man. Well,
They gotta go.
That's just oh well, that's just me. That's not me, man. I think Hunter ain't gonna last long either because all he's filled with
That fucking
steroids and
heart issues
pacemaker.
he got. And WWE on his ass. That's why they fucking pressure him to get more Negroes. He gotta do something. How long can they keep up with this Triple H bullshit?
As long as it can until Dwayne, comes back from his Hollywood penthouse or whatever. You say, Hollywood doesn't want that. He's gonna come in and just take over and fire everybody.
I find it amazing that the rumor's been that Sami Zayn is gonna get this world title match and world title and all this other different shit, and that this has just been the big talks over the last couple of weeks. I find it amazing that they did that. Like they could have went a completely different way by having Trick win today. They could have went a completely different way by having Trick Williams main event WrestleMania.
Of course not, because they don't want to have to build those type of stars no more, man. Exactly, it's not that they would have someone who Jacob Fatu who will play black, did not actually have a black man there.
And white folk could never call him a nigger. And white folk could never call him a nigger. And here's the funny part about Jacob Fatu. Obafemi and Powerhouse Hobbs is better than Jacob Fatu.
Speak on that. All right, I gotta get out here, man.
Peace. I appreciate you, Duke. Just I'll stay in touch.
All right.
Owner, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
We about to get ready to close it up in a minute. I'm been having a little bit of issues and stuff, and this is really getting good. But like I said, with all the stuff that's happening with all the stuff that's happening in the WWE, we want wrestling fans want different. Wrestling fans want better. We've been wanting Drew McIntyre to do what he's doing right now 20 years ago. We've been wanting Sami Zayn to do what he's doing right now 15 years ago. Now that it's happening, it's low-key sickening because we've seen the best of them with or without that title, right? How do they get out of this?
Sami Zayn,
when are they going to get out of this? Sami Zayn is a fucking racist.
I mean, Sami Zayn
and he's fat.
Quit wrestling in 2015.
How do we get out of this stuff? How do we get out of CM Punk? We love you, but you can't get another title match no more. How do we get out of Seth Rollins? We love you, but you can't get another title match no more. Cody Rhodes, we love you. Well, I'm talking about all these 40-year-olds because American Negroes are not afforded to have the same opportunities after 40 as white folk. When Montez Ford is nearing that age, Angelo Dawkins is nearing that age, and y'all haven't even scratched the surface with doing anything with them on a single basis. How do we get out of this shit? On it?
There is no escape. We locked in. I mean, unless there's
So
like a
American,
tragic, a tragic plane crash or something.
oh,
But
God,
I
I
don't.
hope there's something got to it's a continuous cycle. So I need American Negroes to come out of their mindset that the hope every single time that Carmelo Hayes win a match or something, we can't just say that racism is over in professional wrestling. Like I said, it's a price to pay for Trick Williams and Javon Evans and Last Legend to come up to the roster. We risking never seeing Bianca Belair in the WWE again.
Mm-hmm.
And the Street Profits. And we haven't even began to see the Street Profits potential. Full potential.
I haven't
Not even,
scratched the surface.
not even close.
Not even close. And the crazy part is we'll never see it.
Hmm.
We are gonna have some breaking news on the Street Profits. We just waiting on it to break. And that's the unfortunate part about wrestling with racism. But somebody got to do it. We got to start getting out of this acceptance mode. We got to start getting out this hope mode. White folk truly do not want to see American Negroes succeed legitimately in this business. But you constantly have people bitching that the product is trash. Who's the worst American Negro in the WWE right now?
I mean, there was an American Negro that couldn't cut it. They wouldn't be in the WWE. Everyone that they've signed is exceptional.
I agree.
They don't give American Negroes opportunity to be mediocre.
You're not going to get a black Maxime Dupree.
And this
You're
is
just
why
not.
we ask, this is why we ask, and this is why we ask handkerchief head Pecker Tom Negras like Pecker Tom Rock. If it isn't racism, then what's the problem?
Like let's talk about shape, physique wise. If there was an American Negro that worked out twice a week and only ate processed foods, like say the Intercontinental Champion, would they be under contract?
Hell
Probably
no.
not.
Nah,
Wouldn't
never.
even be an evolve.
Hmm. Yeah. The black wrestlers, the American Negro wrestlers specifically in that company, they have to be above
When's the last
acceptance.
time that they really signed a fat black wrestler? Like a big
Mm-hmm.
sloppy fat black greasy wrestler.
You gonna say
Where's the black
Keith
Kevin
Lee?
Owens?
You gonna say Keith Lee? I wouldn't say Keith Lee. He has a lot of
I mean,
muscle.
but Keith Lee,
A lot
he
of
was
muscle.
solid. He wasn't fat.
Yeah, he had the
I
prison
mean,
build.
no, he a fat ass. He a fat ass, and he's a fat ass. AEW prefer
to use a fat ass like Eddie Kingston over a fat ass like Keith Lee,
I can't
who
think
don't
of a
use drugs,
wrestler.
who don't drink alcohol. My bad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say
Can't
I
think of,
can't think of
you can't think of an American Negro wrestler who start
my bad.
troubling in
You're
life.
right. I can't think of an American Negro that isn't either an A plus from the physical sense and or an A plus when it comes to charisma and mic skills and presence. If they don't have both, they have at least one or the other.
Again, the report earlier this week was the WWE are going through forced integration, and so they recruited Black American bodybuilders.
Wow.
You could be strong as an ox, but that can only take you so far, right?
Yeah.
It's a continuing cycle. We got to get out this accepting mode. We got to get out this hope business. WWE isn't going to do a goddamn thing, and people have to be removed as a result. Triple H got to go. Tony Khan, I know you own her, but you have to go. I'd rather AEW die before I see another white, Hispanic, or Asian obtain success in AEW before an American Negro. I can't take it no more. Is it wrestling? Y'all showed us exactly how fake wrestling is, to the point to where you have Triple H and Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes directing to the referee. You're showing us this stuff we already knew. You're showing us that this is what you do to get people over.
Mm-hmm.
These people are not even getting over on their own. They're getting over on the power of the pen. R-Truth said it. It's funny how white folk and handkerchief head pecker top niggers who want to call Jim Ross out on his racism go to a particular interview with R-Truth, but they never bring out this particular point that he made in the same interview. R-Truth said that Jim Ross and Bruce Pritchard did say to tell him that this is a white man's sport. But later on in that interview, he said, what I've come to find out in this business is that as a wrestler, I could be as great as I want to. But the creative writers is the ones that have the control. They could do whatever they want to with anybody. They just don't want to do it. I asked Pecker Tom Ryan last week if they put R-Truth in the same position as John Cena, could R-Truth hold up? He didn't have an answer. But we all know that he could times 10. As a matter of fact, since they label him as a nigger, he's going to do it even better than John Cena. They just won't allow it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how Randy Orton been cutting these promos for 20 years, 25, 30 years. Sami Zayn been doing this shit forever. And Trick Williams in 2 minutes could come in and show y'all that y'all not shit.
Yeah.
Obafemi could come in and chop the fuck out you. I'm sorry. Gunther could come in and chop the fuck out you all day long. Gain weight, lose weight, do whatever you want to. And in 2 seconds, Obafemi could come in and show you that you ain't shit. And the WWE continue to push shit.
We are at our wits' end. Owner, you've been with me. Mike not here right now, but you and Mike, we struggled the last, I would say ever since SummerSlam. I had to cut. We literally had to stop night one of SummerSlam. The same shit that we doing right now, we had to stop because we just couldn't take it no more. Halfway through the show and just cut the program. I can't do it no more. We are at our wits' end with wrestling because y'all forcing Rhea Ripley, y'all forcing Gunther, y'all forcing Sami Zayn, y'all forcing Kevin Owens, and y'all forcing all Cody Rhodes and all these other white folk down our fucking throats when you got talented Negroes right here.
Cody Rhodes was a champion for what, 2 years? He didn't
2
move
years.
the needle.
After 2 years, right?
He didn't move the needle 1 inch.
Nope.
On WWE. He didn't bring in a new audience. He didn't bring in there was no renaissance period. They keep saying that this is the new attitude area. This is the lowest point in WWE history.
Ruthless depression.
Right now, wrestling is so bad right now. I don't believe that they'll ever gain a new audience.
Mm-mm.
You can't capture these kids. Wrestling's so bad and it's so slow right now. Entertainment is fast today. I mean, sport, especially with social media, it's so fast right now. But why is wrestling the slowest?
Look who's booking this shit.
Like Cody Rhodes for all his talent, whatever. He is not. He's not that guy. Nobody cares about him. He was Stardust, and that's who he'll always be. He's Stardust.
Yeah, that's all I see. Not to mention that Stardust was way more interesting than this second incarnation of the American Nightmare.
Wait, because I actually like the motherfucker.
Let me ask you this, HBK. We all know that Goldust was the original American Nightmare. Do you think it would have been better off for Cody to just double down on Stardust and Dustin double down on American Nightmare?
Let me tell you something. I'm going to cut everything that you're talking about right here. At this point, is nothing that any white person in WWE is nothing that any Hispanic person in WWE specifically and AEW. It's nothing that any Hispanic, it's nothing that any Japanese person or any white, it's nothing that none of them could do at this point to entertain me. I've seen it. I've been a wrestling fan since 1996, 1997. I fell hardcore in 1998. It's nothing that they could do for me at this point. You showed me exactly how fake wrestling was. Therefore, it's nothing you could do for me. The NBA is trash because you got these good international people. The NBA is trash. What's his name? Jokic is putting up the best numbers ever, and you can't get me to watch none of his games. I don't care.
I mean, it's not like he's like playing against nobody. I mean, I remember in 2020 in the bubble, like Dwight Howard with a bad back was giving him problems. So he's not good against.
That's a fact.
Wait, excuse me. Shout out to the Pistons. I've been out of the loop of the NBA since 2020 because of that botched boycott. But shout out to the Pistons for being number one in the East, and they miles ahead too.
Yeah, it's been like that all season. I like what I see going on in Detroit.
I haven't seen a damn thing because I don't care about basketball no more, but I'm happy for my team.
I just watch highlights and look at the standings. I barely watch a full game.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's just I think that everybody at this point is bored with white. They just won't admit it. White folk won't get out their feelings and admit that they bored with white. Because goddamn well that Trick Williams, add a greater flavor than Sami Zayn. But this is the direction that they choose to go. They want to go international. They don't want to go fucking American. And why America can't hold up, and that's obvious by what's going on in the WWE right now. We already listed the people that's in the Royal Rumble. They don't even have none.
But don't WWE understand that international people don't care about their own homegrown people? They care about American shit. That's why Michael Jackson is the most famous
That's the funny part. They do care.
man in history. That's why
No,
Michael Jordan is the greatest athlete of all time.
listen, they do care, and they care so much that they bring them in. Finn Balor brought JD Madonna in. Sheamus brought Finn Balor in. We have more Irish people in the WWE than we do American Negroes. Come on.
That's true.
They problem is specifically. It's funny. We dominate better in despite what the Oscars say. We dominate in movies. Sinners may not win a single fucking Oscar this year.
16 nominations.
But it was still the best movie of the year.
100%.
So they gotta figure this shit out where they have to be removed. And the only way that they're gonna be removed is through death. With that being said, we will be back next week for the official third season premiere of I'm sorry. We will be back next week with the official third season premiere of Rasslin with Racism. It's going to be the year of the ungrateful. As much as American Negroes can sit up here and be satisfied that Trick Williams main evented tonight, we're going to double down and be unsatisfied and say that he should be WWE champion today. As much as you could sit up here and say we're satisfied with the success and what we noticed the lack thereof of Lash Legend, we're going to be dissatisfied with Bianca Belair not being in the WWE today. American Negroes, we'll be back next week. Take care of yourself as an individual and protect one another as family. As our dearly beloved ancestor, Frankie Beverly, stated plainly, we are one.